Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show today. We're going to have ourselves a good time. We got an indie RPG tabletop. You guys know how much I love that. Seeing as Bugbear Basement is what we do. We should
Mhm.
actually set something up to do like a one shot on this thing, actually, Bones Art.
Okay.
But
Alright.
anyway,
Um,
sup, Doug. But nevertheless, hopefully you guys had yourselves a really good weekend. I went to Tokyo and I'm tired. I walked
Did you?
a lot of
Mhm.
walking. Of course, this is one thing I hear a lot of people say, "Hey, Cheshire, we're going to come visit you over in Japan." I'm like, "Cool, you should do that." But there's two things you should really understand about coming to Japan. One, be fit, yeah,
Mhm.
because there's still stairs everywhere, and you walk forever to get to anything. So be fit, don't be unfit, and
Mhm.
bring money, like lots of it.
Cash money?
Well, that too. I mean, I'd say a large amount of places you can use like a credit card, but still, there's tons of places cash only. Just in Tokyo, I went to a whole bunch of places cash only, right in the
In
heart of
Tokyo?
Japan, Tokyo. Yeah.
Whoa.
So no, this is still heavily a cash society, but I meant meaning make sure you have money because it will surprise you how quickly you spend it. You know.
Hmm.
And of course, Tokyo, particularly, everyone wants to go to Tokyo, which is a mistake. You shouldn't go to Tokyo. You should go to Fukuoka. If you want to see the
Fukuoka.
beauty of nature and Buddhism and Shintoism that's been glued together, go to Kyoto. But everybody goes to Tokyo because for some reason, they think it's important.
Who knows?
But it's a
The
business
Nintendo
city.
store?
Well, it's a
Mhm.
business city. It's not a tourist city. It's not.
Oh,
The
that makes
food's the
sense.
food generally sucks unless you pay
Mhm.
Michelin price money. Now, the good thing is, Tokyo has the highest concentration of Michelin restaurants in the world. So,
Well,
but
okay.
you're gonna have to spend money if you want to get good food because I don't know what that is. But Fukuoka has everything Tokyo has, but every damn restaurant you walk into is going to blow your socks off.
Ooh,
I had
okay.
Yeah.
the,
Let me
the
write that
the
one
rice
down.
price is high there.
Fukuoka is actually very
Hello.
normal and reasonable. Tokyo is stupid. Yes, you're right.
So kinda like New York.
Mm.
Oh, well, no, I was, like, out drinking with the family and stuff, and
Mhm.
I was spending 20
Oh,
bucks on
oh,
cocktails.
Mm.
Yeah,
oh,
you know,
So for New
so
York.
oof.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. On one
But
cocktail or on
just one cocktail, yeah,
Yeah.
just
just
one.
one cocktail?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that'd hurt.
That's my point. It's expensive.
Mhm.
But nevertheless, that's what I did. So I am still sore, but it's all right. It's good for me. It's my wife says so.
Oh, okay. Well, then it must be true.
But we're not talking about that today. I don't know why you started the conversation, Amy. I mean, really.
You weren't gonna talk about the chicken? The
No,
Peking chicken?
no. Well, I
Or
did
duck?
have that's blasphemy. That's right. That's
Oh, I'm
blasphemy.
sorry.
It's Peking duck, and it's the best
Duck,
Peking
that's
duck
it.
restaurant on earth. Thank you very much.
Earth?
And it's quite affordable, actually. It's not that bad.
Ooh.
And and all the other dishes are great too. But we're not here to talk about that either. We're here to talk
Uh-uh.
about something to do with steampunkiness. And it's called
Ooh.
Nightwatch. I have no clue. But by the end of the show, I will know everything about it. I shall be informed by our guest, Bones Art. And of course, we have our beloved artist, Johan Alexander, here from Indonesia, who is, of course, attached to the project. So he's a
Mhm.
guest and not at the same time. Hi, Johan.
Oh, hello.
Johan.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
What you know how
Yeah.
difficult it is every time someone says that for me not to go, "Can you hear me?" I mean, it's just, you know,
And then they won't know. They'll
it's
think that you're
either that
singing it right now.
or it's the Who. That one.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Because
s-
I thought I had audio problems of a.
Oh no, you're fine. But
All right.
I never got to
Just
see
making sure.
Zeppelin or the Who in concert, but I did see Yes twice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah. hmm
Who?
I
Are
know
they
that
are
Yes.
they
means
still
nothing
active?
to
Huh?
no one except for Eric.
Oh, yeah, I know them.
It's a good show, actually. I was surprised. I saw Earth, Wind, and Fire too. That was really good. But Johan, you've been working here and doing art stuff with Bonesar for quite a while. This
Yeah.
Nightwatch, which I'm going to go ahead and bring it up and share it. So let me let it see, so you guys can take a look yourselves.
Mhm.
Yeah, this one right here. So tell me, how many pieces of art did you create for the project there, Johan?
Wow, I didn't count
Oh,
No,
actually.
I have no idea.
wow,
Maybe
you got that cheap, man. Bones are good for you, dude.
maybe tens maybe.
Yeah,
Tens?
a
I
couple of
mean,
dozen for sure. Yeah,
I would say
yeah, a
it's at
couple of
least a
dozen,
couple of
right?
dozen, if not 150.
I mean we're still working on the art, so
Yep.
there's still
Yep.
plenty of empty
Yeah.
spaces left on the page.
Well, the good thing
So
is we do love Johan's art. It is really cool, and it is suited perfectly for steampunky stuff. So that's pretty cool. Now here we get their
Thank you.
page here as the Association of Ishtar, Nightwatch, of course, and
Of
they're
course.
launching. I'm going to, sorry about that. Too much
Sorry.
Peking duck. But we got a nice little page. We got a little bit of trailer, and we got some nice Johan art. Oh, we got a stat page, a character sheet. Nice. Um, yeah, well, I love role playing games, right? So let me go over here and take a look at the Kickstarter too. We'll come back and take a look at the trailer, and I will judge it harshly as I do. But let me go through here. Now you guys can see what I'm looking at here. We got Nightwatch, a steampunk TTR tabletop RPG. I'm still offended by that. I just want
Tabletop
everybody
RPG?
to know. No, I'm offended because we
Okay.
we
Mhm.
the tabletop role players were the first
Yes.
RPG. We were the RPG, and then some
Hmm.
bastards who make video games stole it, and now we have to
Yep.
put the TT in front of it. Screw you.
Why is it not
yeah.
VRPG
That's right.
or
Otherwise people get
VGRPG?
confused. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it should be VR or VG RPG is what it should
But
be.
they Dungeons and Dragons games anyway.
What are you talking about? It's an RPG. They stole it. They're assholes.
Yeah,
I
Dungeons and
Oh,
Dragons stole it itself with their CRPGs, computer RPGs.
is it the same like Orthodox Christians?
are
Because
you
the
trying to
OG is the
confuse me with
Christians.
Inception or
Mhm.
something? I won't have it. I shan't have it. Okay, here we go.
Well, yeah, some of the earliest RPGs on computer were Advanced Dungeons and Dragons games.
Sure. Yeah, there was a
Oh,
bunch of
that's
stuff.
funny.
Yeah, I played them actually. My very first
Nice.
computer was a Tandy.
Mm.
A Tandy?
And then a
Yeah,
Commodore
it was
64.
compatible
Even
with
from before my
Tandy.
time, I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
they were Tandy compatible.
Yeah, I know. I played them. I used to program. I used to get magazine, and
Mhm.
back in those days, you see, because most people when they think of oldie time computers, they think of the floppy disk. But oh,
Mhm.
you youngins, no, we used cassette tapes.
Tapes,
Heck
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
yeah,
those. Yeah.
15-minute
yeah.
load times,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, no, it took
Maybe
forever.
sometimes
But
20 minutes.
I
Yeah.
always got the.
Those exist in this role-playing game.
Oh, that's
Cassette
cool.
tapes.
No, that's cool.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
I used to get magazines, and I would take, and they'd have programs in them, old Cobalt stuff, right? And I just
Mhm.
program them, and I get them running, and I just copy them on to cassettes, and I'd sell them at school. I've always been an entrepreneur,
That's amazing.
you know. The old cassette Lincolns. You guys remember the Atari had the old cassette tape Lincolns as well? That was pretty
Oh,
cool.
I don't know.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
don't
Sounds
remember.
really
Oh,
cool.
maybe. God. Well, I remember the cassette tapes with a brand that kind of like had a incomplete rainbow as a logo.
Yeah.
It wasn't Atari, was it?
Was it Atari or Tandy?
Khalifa?
It might have been Tandy.
Yeah, but it might have been Tandy. I seem to remember them having rainbowish locales, but I mean icons. But then again, early
Yeah, and
Apple
some
had
of
a.
them even had sounds.
They did. Oh,
They
dude,
even
my
had like
keyboard. I programmed it to be a keyboard.
Ooh.
I did. and I played music on it. It was horrible digital music. Anyway, what is Nightwatch? It says the steampunk RPG. Become a puppet master. Players, Nightwatch, nice Association of Ishtar. You get to create a character. You get to pick flaws, and temperaments, and backgrounds, and careers. That's cool. That's cool. What kind of dice are we using?
D4 to D12.
You're going the
There
old.
are options for D20, but it's loosely based on Savage Worlds, very loosely based.
I see. So maybe a little bit of
And
Earth
we
on in
basically
there.
removed all the crunch from the Savage World system.
Yeah, no, Savage is cool. That sounds like a little bit Earth-thorny to me, which is cool. I love that system. That was a good system. The prequel to Shadowrun, right?
Ah,
I'm familiar. There is a prequel to Shadowrun, but I'm not that familiar with it. Like I know it has to do with the whole sixth world, fifth world thing.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Well, the thing is, though, if you just go get, you find them online. Get an Earth Dawn, like main book, core book, and just read all the information, the world atlas, and history and lore and all that kind of stuff. You will have a completely different appreciation for Shadowrun. It
Hmm.
it completely changes your perception of the game. Actually, it's really neat. Anybody who likes Shadowrun
mhm.
should definitely read the Earthdawn books. But anyway, cool. I'm looking through this, and I'm going to come back and take a look at some of these videos and other things we got going on here too. But for now, we got miniatures. Ooh, we got dice.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff, and you guys have made some money already. I was looking at it earlier. Yeah. You've made 1,331,045 yen.
Oh wow, that sounds so much.
Well, it's
That
eight.
is a lot.
It's about $8,000. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, well, we just now surpassed the eight grand.
That's
So and at
that's
9 grand
awesome.
we have another stretch goal. It's gonna be a special one. Somebody in our community is currently making something very special for that.
Oh, that's cool. That is real cool. All right, let me come back over the other side here, and we'll come back and look at this a little bit later. But first things first, and most important of all, we have ourselves, of course, 2 hours of art for our artist here to put stuff together, and I'm assuming we all have reference materials. And of course, we have no rules here. We are a PG-13 show, so take your children and throw them into the cold, please. But
No,
yeah, no, definitely do that. But other than that, Bones Art, I'm going to need a countdown, you see, because the artist can't start otherwise.
No, just not feeling it.
Well, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. I'm not motivated, Bones Art.
You're not motivated.
No.
Is it not a very
I had
good
higher
thing
ends.
to
I
do?
had.
It's 3 a.m. for me in the morning. What
Oh,
are
I
you
see.
talking
Well,
about?
I had higher. I had anticipations, expectations.
Let's see.
But
Okay,
it's
well, I'll see you
3 in the
there.
morning. What
I'll
part of the?
I'll show Edwin on screen for just a moment, and then you'll feel all motivated. There.
Oh, there we go. We are
Oh,
There's
how
motivated.
Edwin.
cute.
Hello,
Thank you.
Edwin. What part of the godforsaken Europe are you in again?
Netherlands.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. You guys are half, 60% okay. That's all right.
Mhm.
We'll
She's
accept
adorable.
it.
We only live next. We only live in between the French and the Germans. So
Well,
it's
that's
not our
not a
fault.
good place to be, dude. I mean, let's be fair. And they
That's
stole
what I
the big,
said.
huge chunk of your country, and of all things, called it Belgium. I mean, what the hell? I'm sorry.
Well,
Was
Well, I
it
mean,
too
we
soon?
kind
Bill.
of gave Belgium away to the Flemish and the Wallonians.
Yeah, I know. It's too soon. I don't want to open those old wounds on you there. But at least you guys got a proper leader over there who's giving the various communists of Europe what for. I like it.
I forgot who is our leader again. I don't even know who our premier is, but our cabinet has already fallen, so that doesn't really matter. We're
Oh,
having
okay,
new
then.
elections very soon.
Oh, okay. That's good. I mean, hopefully the farmers will be in charge. It's better anyway.
Quite frankly, I forgot who it is. So
He's a real tall, goofy looking dude. But he doesn't like Macron, nor does he like Merz or Stammer. So I'm like, dude, I like him.
There
Okay.
you go.
Anyway, so yes,
those,
and then we have
those are good qualities to have. Yeah.
they are good qualities. I agree 100%. Then of course we have an Indonesian here down in the beautiful Southeast Asia. Summer is coming on and it's about to melt your face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's still sometimes it's rainy, still rainy, but
Nice.
when
Yeah.
it's sunny, it's scorching hot. Yeah.
Well, we got the Himalayas interfering with the rain patterns, so we got our rainy season much later here. Yeah. But
Oh,
you know, it was a weird thing. I've been to Tokyo so many times, right? So many times, but I didn't realize that I had never been to Tokyo in the summertime.
Oh,
It's my first time,
Really?
and you know what I found out, Eric?
You
never
don't like it?
visit.
It's hot.
Never visit cities in the summer.
It's hot.
yeah, of course.
You know what I did have though? For the first time ever in Japan, I had actual real paella.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Usually it's like
Ooh.
the way the Japanese make it is completely wrong. It doesn't mean it's not tasty, but it's basically a jambalaya,
It's
is what it is, right? Um, but a true paella is like some good grinds, right? And I found a place. It's from Spain. They're kind of Madrid style, but had whole bunch of Spanish workers over there too. And it was full on paella. It was really good. I was very happy, boy.
oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably gained 30 pounds, I'm sure.
Between that and the Peking duck, right?
Yeah, I ate way too much Peking duck. I did.
Well, it's gotta last you to the next trip.
It does, and I probably won't go back until around Christmas time, I think.
Okay.
But I mean, how about you, Johan? Do you have good Peking duck down there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's good. I like
there
Peking
is.
duck.
Yeah, we have the various kinds of duck here, but yeah, it's a fried duck is good
It is
in
good.
here.
Orange duck is good. There's a lot of good. I like duck, but the
Yeah.
Peking duck, the it's such a process, right? But I do love it, for sure. Oh, I picked up a whole bunch of bichang, by the way.
Oh, what now?
What?
Bichang, Singaporean pork jerky. Bichang
Oh,
yang.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
bicheng hyang. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
bichang
it.
yang. Yeah. Oh, dude,
Bicheng hyang.
it's really really good.
Yeah,
They
it's
had
very
they had
sweet.
it is. They had a new item though. It was kind of like the Chinese um like spicy sausage version, you know,
Mhm.
that long Chinese sausage is really good. It's like that. It's really good. Circular instead of square.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
How long do you think it'll last you?
well, they
Oh, it's
told
one.
me it's good for 8 weeks, but it's gone.
Mhm.
I knew it.
So they lied.
They did.
Well,
Well,
it would have been good for 8 weeks. He just wasn't going to test that.
no, no, no. It's that is freaking crack, dude. That's what that is. It's
it's
really
not the original. I had there is another one called
uh-huh.
Lim Che Kwan. Lim
Yeah,
Chi
we don't
Kwan.
have that one here. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you bought it in, and there is in Tokyo.
Yeah, they got one in Tokyo. Is the only place I know
Mhm.
in Japan. Of course, in Seoul they have like in every department store has one, right? But
Oh,
Japan only one place in Tokyo.
one place. Yeah.
It's okay. I
There
got my
there is
hotel
one
near
in
it.
Indonesia too. In Jakarta.
Just one.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Bicheng hyang.
Yeah, dude, it's so badass. I'm surprised you don't have more of them down there, especially with the Chinese influence there. But
Yeah, we are in dominant Muslim country.
oh well, that's true. That is true. You're right. Yeah, it is pork. I forgot. They
Yeah.
don't know what they're missing. That's why they're so grumpy.
Mm-hmm.
Give him some
Maybe.
bacon, man. It'll chill the hell out.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
bacon's magical.
Bacon is freaking magic. You can put anything with it. You can actually have
Mm.
salty bacon with chocolate, and it's badass.
And ice
It's
cream
so
even.
good.
Even.
Salty bacon with chocolate. Well,
It's yummy. Yeah, no
Someone
bacon.
had a maple donut with bacon on it.
Oh, those are good.
Oh, yeah.
Those are good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do you have bacon in the Netherlands, Bonzart?
Yeah, of
Oh, you
course.
do.
It's not a big a staple, but yeah, we've got bacon.
Well, I mean, because I just wanted to check because for us Americans, the Canadians kind of represent the European thing in general, and they don't do things correctly, particularly bacon. They call it Canadian bacon, and we call it ham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've got something called Katenspek,
Mhm.
which is usually eaten. Well, I don't know. It's usually smoked bacon.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Smoked bacon's good.
That's good.
So what is the national kind of food of the Netherlands there? What's your thing? Like in
Uh,
America, it's probably pizza, right?
Burgers.
Burgers, yeah.
Well, I mean, the Dutch kitchen has never really left the World War II mentality. The kitchen, the meals themselves are quite Spartan
Mhm.
compared to most other countries.
Really?
Yeah. It apparently has something to do with the fact there was like, because of all the shortages after the war, there was this particular cookbook that was made,
Ah, right.
and it kind of had like these very simple dishes, and that kind of became like the norm for the Dutch
I see.
household.
That makes sense.
So, but I mean, when it comes to junk food, like we've got something called kapsalon, what literally means barber shop, which is a combination of rice with a layer of kebab, cheese, salad.
That doesn't sound bad.
So that's no, I love it myself.
Yeah.
And it's kind of getting exported slowly to neighboring countries now.
Oh yeah, no, I love eating other
So,
cultures' foods. It's fun. Yeah.
Mhm.
It is fun. But we Americans, we got kind of lucky in that regard because I think it was Robertson came out with the book that made the measurement we use today. He put down he made it right in that book from like I don't know 100 years ago, whatever it was, or maybe it was a little less. But anyway, that book and all that thinking and all that science and all that stuff, we had a book come out in America, but they put it under the name Betty Crocker.
Oh.
You know,
Huh.
and then there was this lady on TV. Her name was Julia, and she was, I
Mhm.
think, British. I know she liked
Mhm.
alcohol a lot. Um,
Like in
uh,
cooking.
but she used that book directly and cooking the French way. And of course, every American knows Julia Childs. Did you have a famous food person on TV when you were younger, Bonezar?
um, when I was younger, I think so. But I was never that interested into cooking.
I see.
Um, so yeah, and I have not watched TV in years at this point.
I see. Well,
Um,
do you
but
guys
yeah,
think?
we do have some cooking celebrities here.
I would think you would. I mean, it's most countries do. But now I'm kind of curious because the Danes, right? They have in modern times have become kind of culinary giants, right? In Europe.
Hmm.
Do you think the Dutch will have a resurgence and become Danish in that way?
don't know. The Dutch are often kind of like trendsetters in that regard.
Well,
Like
Copenhagen has
I think
become quite a
I
food
think
city.
more for restaurant culture. I think we're bigger in restaurant culture.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Interesting.
cool. Yeah. No, because Copenhagen particularly has become quite a food city attraction, right? For sure. But because for we're Americans, and I am of Norwegian descent, particularly. But we kind of see all you Scandinavians as being, the same.
Mhm.
Is that accurate or?
Um, Hard for me to say. I mean, I know they themselves do not.
The Danes, though.
Um,
Well, the Danes that they kind of.
I mean, I like when I think about Scandinavia, I'm more tempted to think about the Swedish and Norwegians.
Really? So who's the odd man out then? Because you guys are definitely
I
Scandinavians. You're Dutch.
The Dutch, I mean, we are affiliated with them, but we are not considered a Scandinavian country.
Really? Really? You guys
Yeah.
are Nordics though.
We are part Germanic, but we are not
Oh,
Scandinavians.
interesting. I'm gonna
Like
have to
we are
make.
kind of like in that in between spot, right underneath them.
Yeah, well, you
Um,
are the Netherland, the Underland, right? But I'm gonna have to call some of my historian friends and let them know we need to change the history books because
okay.
the
I
historians
had no
classify.
idea that Americans counted the Netherlands as a Scandinavian
Oh
country.
no, the historian world classifies you as Nordic. Yeah, no, they don't classify you as
There's no,
Germanic at
I
all.
mean, maybe. I never like when I think Nordic, I think about about Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Finland.
Finland. No, that's interesting. But now in your steampunk game, where did
Mhm.
you place the Association of Ishtar?
I mean, the Association of Ishtar itself is kind of global.
I
But
see.
the first lore book called Rising Tide, which I'm currently screaming on my own screen,
Uh-huh.
focuses on on the Royal Dutch Commonwealth.
There you go. Okay. So in the Netherlands itself or one of the colonies?
I mostly focus on the northern Netherlands, so what we would now call the Netherlands. In
Sure.
this version of the timeline, the Netherlands and Belgium. There is no Belgium. It's simply called Southern Netherlands still.
Yeah, no, we don't want to talk about the Belgian. I agree 100%. Except for Hercule Perot, we'll keep him. But that was a
Cool.
British lady's idea anyway. But so I think that's cool, actually having a setting because we often get in America because we probably are the largest consumers of tabletop role playing games. I would assume. I would assume. Um,
Mm.
but we either get things that are set in American-esque settings
Mhm.
or the generic Tolkien-esque fantasy setting, right? Middle Earth.
Mhm.
That's what we
Yes.
usually get, right? Is that like, and that's kind of the influences we have, of course. But having something set in a different country for a person who knows it, but it's in English, I think that's cool. I like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, if you read this, you learn a lot about European history overall, because much of it is actually inspired by actual historical events.
Oh, cool.
Um,
So we're gonna have the Dutch East Indies Company involved somewhere, I'm assuming.
they are mentioned because the divergence in the timeline kind of happens after that.
Oh, I
Uh,
see, I
but
see. Okay,
um,
okay. Well, because those guys are easy
but
villains, right? They're easy bad
Mhm.
guys, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's a lot of about history about Netherlands and Indonesia, or the Dutch Indies rather,
Sure.
and something called Radio Kootwijk, which is a radio station that transmitted wirelessly from the Netherlands all the way up to the Dutch Indies. I think both radio stations still exist.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
And the other one is near my city. It's a Radio Malabar, but it's been
Really?
destroyed now.
Oh, who destroyed?
Oh,
Why?
it's destroyed. Oh.
Why was
Yeah.
it destroyed?
It's war. War of
Oh.
independence. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. No, all right.
Oh, it was destroyed back then. Oh.
I see.
It's actually near my city, a little bit more southern of my city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, war is a bitch, man.
It's not. Yeah, of
It is
course.
unfortunate, yeah. But we
But
humans
yeah, on
seem
the
to
on
like
the
it a lot. Yeah. Yeah,
it's exciting. What can I
well,
say?
well, I guess. But all the Europeans that were trying to get around the Muslim trade ban and stuff like that, and bringing all their ships over here to Asia, and there was so many countries influenced in different places. You guys, of course, with the Dutch, you guys were and still are considered the greatest navigators and map makers. Most all the maps we have in the world
Mhm.
today are based upon Dutch map making. And of course, another big one, your
Mhm.
claim to fame, even, especially over here in Asia, the Japanese just glommed right onto it, Bones Art. The Dutch wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Japanese love it. They call him Dai Makura, which just means big pillow.
Yeah, no, I know that. Yeah. I mean, if you want to learn about Japanese history, you also need to learn Dutch as
Yeah.
well.
No, sure. And we also have the influences of the Portuguese people don't most know about, but the Spanish actually were making trouble everywhere, by the way. You know. And actually, Taiwan got its freedom from the Spanish because of Chinese. He was kind of losing the battle in China, but he wanted to kind of keep and make his name, the Chinese general. But actually, the Dutch assisted him greatly in kicking the Spanish out of Formosa, or what we call Taiwan today, which is a good thing because
Yeah.
Spanish tend to break things.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was interesting because the reason why the Dutch were allowed to trade in Japan is that we weren't missionaries like the other colonial powers.
That's right. That's right. And you guys did. Oh, there's a little city called Nagasaki. And they had their own little city built for you guys, and you weren't allowed to leave it, but you could trade from it.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of English ships also moored there, telling the Japanese they were actually Dutch.
Oh, sure. No, there was a lot of that going on. But
You
yeah,
know,
no.
the founder of our capital, the Jeppe Kun, also used samurai to for his warfare back then.
Oh no, no. They
known.
weren't called samurai. They were called ronin. But
Yeah, maybe
yes.
Ronin, yeah.
No, definitely. If they're a samurai, it must be attached to a daimyo. Otherwise, they're called ronin.
Yes.
But the same thing, though. It's the same thing. But the Ronin mercenaries were quite prolific throughout all of Asia, actually. Yeah, because they were really devastating warriors, man. It's no joke.
Right.
And
Terrible swords, though.
well, their armor and weapons weren't really great, but what the thing with the bushi here in Japan is they train them from like childhood, and they're in
Yeah,
that
I think the Dutch used them also as mercenaries.
Yeah, no, everybody did, dude, because they were really effective. Because they're basically the bushi or the samurai. They're a death cult, right? And they're suicidal death cult, and they will not stop until they die. They are
That's
kamikaze. I
lovely.
mean, they are what they are. So and they are trained incredibly well. So they were very, very effective mercenaries, incredibly so. Yeah. Do you guys know what kamikaze means?
Stephen with the
Avocat.
harakiri.
Kamehameha.
No,
That
none of
sounds a
those
little
things are
fun.
associated.
No?
Kamehameha is actually the name of the king of Hawaii. So there's no
Yeah,
association
of
in
Really?
course.
Japan at all. Harakiri or seppuku or ritual suicide, and
Hmm.
kamikaze are suicide bombers or suicide attacks. But what it means is it means the spirit wind or God wind. And it actually
Hmm.
comes out of two events in Japanese history involving Kublai Khan. Twice he came over to try to conquer Japan, and at both instances his navies were completely sunk by a tsunami, a hurricane, right? Uh,
Oh.
and they failed their attack and conquering on Japan, and therefore the divine godly winds saved them not once but twice.
Hmm.
Therefore, kamikaze means God's breath or God's wind.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So they were taken out by a storm. So I think that's the second
twice.
time, yeah, you'd have to go. Twice. It's kind of like,
Same
nah.
happened to the Spanish when they tried to take Britain. You know?
Now the weather over
It
here,
happens a lot, actually.
yeah, it's not good over here. You got to be careful when the weather gets rolling, because these tsunamis they have over here are excuse me, the typhoons they have over here. They're not like the hurricane. A hurricane, will the wind speed is insane, right? It'll just literally roll a
Mhm.
car down road. They don't have those kind of winds, but it brings insane amount of water.
Really?
Yes, that's the threat is the flooding. Yeah.
Hmm.
But cool. So we got looking at the art here. I'll keep doing that. I'll come back and show what Bones Art is working on again here in a moment. Johan, are you working on something today?
Oh, I'm no, I'm a host now. Maybe I show you what I'm doing, but with maybe not in the competition. Wait.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, I
snoop, snoop,
forgot.
snoop.
Well, I like what Eric is doing. That's pretty cool.
Oh,
Oh,
Eric
nice.
always is cool.
It is.
Yeah,
He's still in his
thanks.
scritchy
No,
It's
scratchy
the
though.
yeah, it's still
Mhm.
scratchy.
Oh, that looks cool.
Melissa is doing
Yeah.
a marching mech. What do you call your mechs in the game?
That particular one is a hazard suit.
Oh, that's a
They
good
are
name.
used by the knightly orders.
Hmm.
I do not go into their lore in this book just yet, but they are playable.
They are. So are they good guys? They can be good guys and bad guys, or just good guys?
Well, the idea is that like this takes place in 1871, and the idea is that at this point there's just one, led by a very naive German nobleman who
As
calls,
they are.
and they're calling themselves the Knights of Avalon. And it's really intended to be only deployed to fight weird beasts. So they're kind of like intended to be like noble to a fault.
Hmm.
Mm.
Um, but later on, that kind of ideal gets kind of like, well, I wouldn't say necessarily corrupted, but people with a more mercenary-esque mentality come in. Others with a far more religious, far more religiously fanatic. Of course, the weird cults in this world, as they're called, who worship like rift-related entities,
Hmm.
also become more prevalent. So, yeah, of course, there's gonna be like kind of like knightly orders that have a bit of a more crusader-like mentality.
No, there you go. That's cool, for sure. Interesting characters to have and play with. Speaking of Avalon or High Brazil, They do well. They won't go as far as to say that it is, but there are two islands to the west of Ireland itself. And of course, they're under the water ocean now, but you can see them if you look at a topographical map. And they have been doing testing over there for the past decade or so. And they're
Mhm.
bringing up all kind of stuff that shows that it was above the water at one time, and there were people living there. They just every time they
Oh,
dredge, they bring up stuff, right? So those islands more than likely are where, like I said, it's not official, but the general consensus is probably where the stories of Avalon and High Brazil come from, or because they are, Avalon is to the west of Ireland, right? High Brazil is to the west, and there are two islands that are right there next to each other, and they're pretty big too.
thank you so much.
But yeah, I haven't seen any major documentaries or anything on it though. But it's because right now it's all just dredging type archaeology, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Do the legends suggest what happened to the islands, or do they not really say?
High Brazil falls below the
Mm,
sea until it is needed.
really?
Yeah. And
Like
so,
Godzilla.
yeah. And so does Avalon, although it doesn't matter it falling below the sea, it falls within its mist until it's needed.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it is pretty cool. But there's a lot of that kind of stuff going on right now. It's a great time for archaeology, actually.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. Well, actually, some of the more interesting things are going up on the Arctic Circle. This
What? Okay.
no, seriously. All over, they've been doing dredging type of
Mhm.
archaeology in the of course in the summertime, in the water.
Sure.
And every time they go in, they pull stuff up. They constantly pull stuff up there too. And the
Like
theory that's
me?
going around right now, and it's been for a while actually, is that because our current tilt of the Earth is different, our equator today is not the same as it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can see what the old equator is just by looking at all those ancient famous sites. If you go around the world and look, you'll see that they follow a straight line. It's just not the equator. But if you tilt the planet, it was,
That lines it.
right? And of
Oh.
course, what that
Uh-huh.
does is bring the Arctic Ocean down into what we call Europe today. And of course, the North Pole at
Yeah.
that time was over Canada and America, right? That's where the North Pole was.
Oh,
But
weird.
yeah, yeah. So the idea was that inner sea,
Uh-huh.
that the Arctic, that's big giant sea, was heavily traded back and forth across it with shipping and stuff like that.
So that's where all the boats went. So they're not
Oh, they
pulling
bring
up
up a
like
lot of
dinosaurs or
ancient boats.
something.
They bring up a lot of ancient boat parts. Yeah, they do. Yeah,
Oh, that's so weird.
yeah.
Are they pretty well preserved because it's been so
Yeah,
cold,
and it's
or?
so cold, and the bottom of that northern Russia and the Scandinavia and America, Canada, it's very muddy. It's like this thick, sludgy, dark brown
Hmm.
mud, and it's the combination of that, and of course, it's not very oxygenated. It doesn't have a lot of oxygen in it, and the
Sure.
very very cold water. Yeah, it's beautiful preservation actually. Yeah, it's very nice.
Oh, that's cool though.
Yeah, it is cool.
Hmm.
But anyway,
Oh,
you know.
nice.
So now, what kind of races do you have in your game, Bonesar?
It's just an alternate history, so it's just humans.
Just humans? Okay, that's straight enough. And I see
I
he's
mean, there
working
are
on.
like other like races, but they're like antagonists.
I see.
The most, let's see, we've got two sentient ones, the Frelan and the Lumerians.
Okay. Well,
Now
I know what
the
those are. Why don't
Frelan,
please explain it? Yeah.
but yeah, the Frelan are essentially kind of like transhuman. Well, not aliens. It's kind of like a spoiler to like what they really are. Um, but yeah, so they are kind of like stirring up trouble, and then we have the Lemurians, which are Kind of the idea behind them is that they are what are they called? Lemurs evolved into humanoids.
Oh, you went that way. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and they are from one of the other planes in this multiverse.
Sure. Well, Lemuria, of course, is one of the three great empires, cataclysmic, antediluvian empires that we have
Mhm.
extensive writing on. The Mu, of course, we have very little about them, just mentioning of them. Lemurians, of course, are, you know, India basically, but a big, huge chunk of it is still, is under the water now. And of course, the
I've got them
Atlanteans.
on screen right now, by the way, what they look like.
Oh, let me take a look.
Beautiful.
Oh, there you go.
Mm.
Oh, there you go. That's pretty cool, Johan. I like your take on that. That's neat.
Oh, are those the
Thanks.
lemur people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I designed the original concept with some members of my community.
Mhm.
Did you go
And
there?
I see Johan is working on a Clockwork Man here.
Yeah, it's the Imperial, the automaton.
The automatons. Okay.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
yeah, Imperial Automaton.
Can you play those, or are those just NPCs?
Yeah, they are at the moment antagonists.
I see. I see.
Actually, one of the like how I work is that I first start with short stories,
Hmm.
and this particular entity is from a short story called Fallen Eagle,
Oh, I see. Okay.
which is a Napoleon era automaton,
Yeah. Well,
which was recovered allegedly from Waterloo, although they're not entirely sure because the machine only refuses to speak English. So it only speaks in French and refuses to talk to anyone
it's like a modern
because
French person.
he considers that treason. So
Oh, I see. Yeah. No, modern French are like that. They all speak English, but they won't speak it to you. They're so weird, the
nope.
French.
I have a little chip on the shoulder.
I get there's something on their shoulder. I don't know what it is, but it is weird because they all speak French. I mean, excuse me, they all speak English, all of them. But they're very. I don't know if they think it's funny. Maybe I don't know. What's up with
French.
the French?
They're French.
Oh, fair enough. See, even the Europeans had the same opinion. The troublemakers.
Oh, does the always have shoes?
I mean, the entirety of Europe is still based on their ideas.
It is. The French were incredibly influenced because they were the hammer of the Vatican, right? So their
Whoa, that's a
influences
weird
are.
thought.
Well, that's what they were. They kept order
Mm.
for the Roman Catholic, Holy Roman Catholics. Of course, Charlemagne's fault. He did it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So is Charlemagne
Yeah,
not a good king?
I mean, Charlemagne was until Napoleon the most influential person in European history, allegedly.
Well, no,
Hmm.
I say without doubt. I mean, the Holy Roman Empire, which was basically just an evolution from because the Germans took over from the Italians, right? The Roman Empire,
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
because the Romans were debauched and transgenders were running around and homosexuality was rampant, and they thought it was disgusting because the Germans were quite religious. And they
Mm-hmm.
basically conquered it, and it took a complete over, and they created the Holy Roman Empire. But it
Oh,
kind of fizzles out, and then this guy named Charlemagne came along, French dude. Uh,
Actually, the Holy Roman Empire is after Charlemagne.
no, I'm talking about what the Germans did first, right? And then Charlemagne came and revived what was already there, and even made himself pope, I think.
really?
But
No,
yeah, that
no.
that whole that whole thing, the Universal Church, the Catholic Church, was in a pretty low point, and Charlemagne brought it back, and then of course we get the Holy Roman Empire, we get I mean all that history that came after that. So he's very important dude. Yeah. Yeah, and I think was he the guy that ended the Merovingians and began the Carolingian line, or was that after?
That was his father, Charles Martel.
Yeah, there you go. And there was at that time, around that same time, there was a what we call the Netherlands. In that area, there was a leader, a king, I think, or prince, and he was very effective warlord in a lot of the battles and stuff that came kind of after the attack on the Spanish, right? The Muslims in Spain. But his I can't remember his name, but he's got like the coolest name ever, dude. Um, no, it's a wicked cool name. But he was like a Dutch prince.
You said he vanquished the Moors?
No, 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 no. I'm talking about after Charlemagne's success in Spain, right? And on all because there was a lot of chaos that went on for a long time, right? But there were a lot of little skirmishes and things going on in Europe. But he's famous for being a successful general, basically. But I think he's a prince. But I can't remember his name, but it was really cool name, man.
Was he related to Charlemagne?
No,
I
no,
mean,
no, no, no.
I mean, the Netherlands is not a princedom, so it must have been a count.
Maybe he was a royal, but not top one, right? Like a son of the king or a son of something. But I just I can't remember his name, even though my brain is telling me it's the coolest name ever.
Why is he famous? Did you say?
He was a great war leader, a great general.
They had a really cool name.
Are you talking about William of Orange?
No, no, no. It's way older than that. It's way one of those old weird names. Which is why I'm not remembering it. It's not normal. I'd have to go look it up. It's been forever since I studied it, but my head notes that it was super cool name.
This was a super cool name.
Yeah, yeah. There's some people like there was another similar type of warlord type of character in uh, West Britain, up near the Scottish border, and he was involved in a lot of those little battles that crossed between Ireland and Britain at the time, and he had a really cool name too. Oh,
Did
I
they
haven't.
fall out
It's
of
just been
color?
decades since I've studied this stuff.
It can't be too cool if you don't remember it.
No, I have to go look. It's been decades, dude, since I've
Did,
studied that stuff. I've been so focused on Mesopotamia for so long, dude.
oh, that's a shame. Or the names is cool?
Well, I get paid to do that, so
Oh, well, yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. Xerxes was a pretty cool name.
Xerxes? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
Xerxes. Yeah,
Is
that's a
that
cool
a
name.
Z or an X?
Darius. That's a cool name.
Darius.
Yeah.
Darius Rucker of Hootie and the Blowfish?
Yeah, that one.
That
Mhm,
one.
That one.
Exactly.
Nebuchadnezzar is cool.
Mhm. That's cool. It's neat that you love history so much, dude. I appreciate it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and of
That's my
course,
main
there's so
source of
much to learn,
inspiration.
right? What? Say it again.
It's my main source of inspiration. So
That's cool, and I like talking to a European because you're going to have a lot more detailed information than I have. And that's cool
Mm.
for
yeah.
sure. I love that
What's
stuff. Yeah. But and it's neat that you put it in your game too. I really do like the idea of a game that is in a setting that's not American-esque, because we do in the role-playing world we get a lot of it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I asked my at the time I asked my YouTube community like, do you guys like where do you guys want the first iteration to focus on, and yeah, it was overwhelmingly the Netherlands. So,
No, yeah, that's cool.
but yeah, it also plays an important role overall in the early development of this world. So
Yeah. Well, you guys
it's
also
suitable.
you're historically, you guys have had a lot of influence on technology and science and stuff like
Mhm.
that over history. The Netherlands is
Newspapers.
Yeah,
Newspapers
sure.
were a Dutch invention.
Yeah. But you guys are important in that kind of stuff, and it's cool to see that side of it, you know? I mean, of course, the Germans are the Germans, but, you know, and the English take everybody's stuff and just copy it and say, "Look what we made."
But are pretty good farmers?
They're the best farmers. The English are the best farmers, yeah. Well, that's their claim to fame, really, which is really weird. They're the best farmers who have the worst food. What the hell is that?
Poor thing. Someone said that's why they had to take over the
Have you
rest of
seen
the
their
world.
teeth?
It's pretty bad, dude. It's pretty bad. But it is weird because the whole world today, including the Netherlands, uses English farming techniques. The whole planet, right? They're really, really good at it because it's such a challenge to farm there, right? They had to introduce lime into the soil, and it's all kind of things they had to do. And anytime you have a culture that's challenged by something, they become superior,
Really?
right?
Mm-hmm.
But their food is so awful. I just don't get it.
Maybe just getting food at all is considered a victory. Why would you then go to the trouble of trying to make it taste like something?
Well, you know, the strange thing about it, though, Amy, is modern day Britain is basically largely French. I mean, the
French?
Normans came over and they're
That's
French.
true. Yeah.
So, you know, what happened there? Where's the disconnect?
Did they
You know?
not have access to butter or something?
No, they're great farmers and includes husbandry as well.
So they would have had like milk and cheese. Of course, there's cheddar caves.
Oh,
How do
they
they
do
have cheddar
cheese
in that
pretty
part
well,
of
but the
France?
French do it better. But I mean, most of your varieties of pigs and various birds, cows,
Mhm.
fruits and vegetables. Most of those varieties come from the English, right?
Okay.
Now, of course, the Germanic peoples did a lot for lettuce things, but
So salad.
they are the Krauter people, you know, they are. So, but yeah. I don't know. It's weird, but I think it's cool that you said it in the Netherlands. That's really cool.
That is.
Yeah, you should. You know what you should do when you come out, because this clearly is successful. You're way past your mark, which congratulations to both of you. But what you
Absolutely.
should do is, because I'm assuming you're going to have some supplement books later, right?
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah.
You should definitely drop one in Indonesia, dude, for sure. And of course, you have a resource right there that understands the culture of the place, and like you understand your home, right?
I definitely we definitely at least we haven't talked about it yet, but no, I would love to have a Dutch Indian
Yeah, we talked once,
Dutch
Tiny.
India.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah.
that'd be super cool. Yeah.
So we also want to do a lot of one shots. So we're kind of like what I'm thinking about, just doing a one shot that also has like lore pages included.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, you should do that for sure. Now, let me ask a question to Johan since I brought it up.
Yeah.
Why do you call yourselves Indonesia?
Well, it's. I
I
think
mean,
that's the history is rather complicated. In Indonesia is actually the word uttered by not from Indonesian
no, it's certainly
itself,
not a
but
Malay word. No,
Mhm.
it's certainly English.
No. It's brought out by an English or I forgot,
I
but
would say it's probably the British did it. But what do you call it? What do you the locals? There's a lot of place, right? We call India India, but they don't call it that. It's Bharat, right? China is not China. It's Jungo, and Japan is Nippon. I mean, all over the world, the country's actual name is not what we call it. So, what do you guys call it?
it's Nusantara is the most proper one.
Say it again.
Uh, Nusantara. It's actually
Nusantara.
yeah, it's yeah, maybe it's literally uh between islands.
Oh well,
In
that makes
between the
sense.
islands.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because
Yeah.
some of
And
the
we
changes.
used and we use that name for the new capital built in the Borneo island also.
Yeah, I know. Heard you guys are moving your capital over because Jakarta is sinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they going to fix that or just let it go?
It'll rise
Yeah,
again.
and and we are not the first. The Dutch did it first actually.
Sure. No, sure. Yeah. And of course, the English were
Yeah,
involved
and
as well.
they were about to change the capital to my place actually in the West Java.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I see.
And then the recession happened and the plan failed, and the rest is it's history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, but I am kind of curious what they're going to do with Jakarta. I'm assuming it's still like a ridiculous amount of. You guys got 300 million people over there, so I'm assuming Jakarta is just absolutely clogged with people.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was when I went there, so. But that was 30 years ago. So, were you even born
and
when
it's
I
more
was there?
sorry?
I was there like 32 years, 33 years ago, or something like that. Were you alive?
30. I think so. I maybe I'm still in school
Oh, I see.
back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, I liked it though. I went a couple of times over there for musical tours and stuff like that. It was nice. They were quite friendly. Food was good.
Yeah, and the traffic jam is horrible now.
Well, they pick us up in vans from the airport and take us to hotels, dude. We don't really.
Oh yeah.
That's
All right.
nice.
Well, that's how it works when you're a musician. You just get picked up and moved around. Half the time you don't even know where the hell you are.
Yeah, and we are very friendly to especially to foreigners.
Yeah, you guys are super friendly. It was nice. But then again, Asia in
Yeah.
general is pretty friendly. I think the only people that I
Yeah.
found that were a little bit standoffish and kind of assholeish were the Chinese, not the Taiwanese. They're really wonderful people. I love the Taiwanese, but mainland China, like Beijing, Shanghai, yeah, they're a bit of kind of assholeish, a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a, but I mean, but it's weird because Taiwan is the place that carries all the culture of ancient China because the Chinese just destroyed all their stuff with Mao Zedong. But yeah, I don't get it. But the Taiwanese are great though. I love the Taiwanese, and the Koreans are fine too. I mean, 'cause if you're not Japanese.
Is there anything else?
Oh no, they
I heard
really don't. They really hate the Japanese.
They're
Well,
not good to Southeast Asians too.
they're not. Yeah. Well, I'm a giant white American. So,
Oh, yeah, of course.
you know how that is in Asia. So, I don't have problems. Everybody wants to be my friend and buy me a drink.
So you're like C-3PO with the Ewoks.
Yeah, that's right. That's me. And I am not as linguistic as he was, though. Unfortunately.
You don't have 6 million forms of communication?
No, I don't, sir. I wish I did. I wish I did. Yeah. But C3PO is awesome. But yeah, no, it's kind of like that. The only good thing about it, though, is the fact because I am a giant white guy, I can drink as a normal, white guy. And Asians can't drink worth shit. So it's not dangerous is my point, right? If I went to say Germany and some reason they glommed onto me and were like, "Oh, come drink with us," I'd be absolutely just devastated. Yeah.
I heard Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about that in a little like YouTube reel the other day. That the Asians can't metabolize alcohol as well
No,
as
they can't.
other,
Yeah, it's genetic.
and that's probably why Indians can't either.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, dude. Yeah. That fire
was like,
water
"Oh,
really busted them up, buddy.
fire water."
It did, dude. It busted them up.
Yeah.
But no, the Europeans are the ones that can we metabolize it really well. and therefore we can drink much higher quantities. But also tend to be the ones that can drink to the point of blood poisoning, though, where other races can't get close to it, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's a give and take. But yeah, no. So especially Koreans. Well, yeah, most all Asians, they wanna drink with you. They always want to drink. It's the same down but you're down in Indonesia. I think it's probably different because of the Muslim majority down there. Do you guys have
Yeah.
alcohol?
Oh, we actually have many in even in some places, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they use the different techniques also. In Bali, they have a brem.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's in not so dominant Muslim area like the Celebes. I think they have something too.
Yeah.
They have something different also.
Well, I'd imagine more in East Indonesia you'd have stuff, but the rest of the Asians or the Orientals, I guess, they all have alcohol of some kind of their own type. My favorite way to drink in Asia is the Korean way. Actually, uh, they take
Mhm.
a citrusy beer like an IPA, and they take shochu, which is like made out of wheat or potato. It's kind of like a soft whiskey, really. And they put
Mhm.
a little bit of that in the glass, and they fill it up with this citrusy beer. They stir it up real good, and they drink. That's the easiest way because you can drink. Well, for me, I could drink all night with that. It's like water. So you can have a good time and I don't have to worry about it. But I actually had a friend, Bones Art, over here years ago when I first came to Japan. He was a kind of in charge of a Dutch fish farming business, and he was over here learning techniques from the Japanese, who are masters of that. And
Yeah.
they had a setup for him over there. He was a big, not quite as tall as me, but he was real burly, strong, muscle guy. His name was Eric, and we used to go out and drink and have fun all the time. And he and I drank so many Japanese under the table; it was great. Played rugby
That was
together too.
Rugby.
Yeah, yeah. He loved rugby, and he
Oh,
said you should come play. I was like, all right. I used to play football, so it's not so different.
kind of the same.
Kind of,
A
yeah.
little. Similar enough.
Yeah, I miss Eric. He was a real cool guy. He get a little bit. He had a temper though.
I think most Erics do.
Yeah, that's probably true. How many Erics do exist in the Netherlands, Bonesart?
A lot.
Yeah, it's kind of like our John, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the most
I
common name
mean,
in
it's a
Indonesia?
very, very common name in Northwestern Europe.
Yeah, no, Eric is. Of course, there's
oh,
some very famous
yeah.
Erics.
Of course, it's Muhammad.
Just simply Muhammad. Okay. Well, I didn't know if that would translate over, because it's a strange thing, isn't it? Because you're not allowed to talk about the prophet, you're not allowed to illustrate the prophet, but yet you can name your kid after him.
Now you name your kid after yourself,
Yeah, I
and
guess.
then
I don't know because
you basically yeah. I've heard about
I don't know.
I heard about one. Talked to one Muslim fella in my own town, and he's like basically Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Ali, because
Yeah, Ali.
named after all their fathers and their fathers before them. They just keep adding their
Yeah.
fathers' names to each child that's born. Each
Yeah,
you
no.
know.
The
Yeah.
peoples with the longest name are the Muslims, Spanish, and Thai. Their names are just ridiculous. I think the Thai win actually, because their names can
Yeah,
go
that's
on for
Vietnamese
like a
for
week.
win.
What was that, Elrod?
Oh yeah,
It's
Thai
for
man.
win. They're all
Confusing.
win.
Yeah, but they
Difficult
understand that
to pronounce.
it is difficult, but they understand that, and therefore when you ask them what's your name, they always give you some little short, little tight name, right? Little like
Michelle.
3-4 letter name. No,
Alex.
No, the Thai aren't like that. A lot of Orientals, Elrod, do take Western names when interacting with foreigners,
Hmm.
but the Thai don't do that.
Well, that's
Figure
true.
it out.
You're right.
Good
Not a
point,
lot.
Sam.
No, I mean the Koreans. Everybody in Korea has a Western name. The Chinese do that to an extreme. Taiwanese
Oh,
as
Koreans
well.
have the old name too. Like Chinese do that too. When they come to America, they take an American name,
Hmm.
but they still keep the Chinese name is still in all their documents.
Yeah, no, that's true. But because they assume we can't pronounce we're too stupid, right?
Mhm.
So they do
Some of
that.
us are.
Oh, they do. The Orientals have no respect for you at all, Eric. You're a white
Oh,
barbarian. What are you thinking?
we get that over here too. So.
Yeah. It is what it is. It's okay. I'm good being a Nambanjin. I'll take it.
I mean, when you have a lot of people from a lot of places with a lot of different ways of pronouncing the same combination of letters,
Hmm.
sometimes I guess having a nickname is a little bit easier.
No, it is. It is convenient. But the funny thing is, the opposite is also true. Because when I lived in Taiwan for a while, right? And they're, like I said, they're China. It's China. And I had to, because in most of the Oriental cultures, you need to have a name that can be put into a form of si or kanji, right? The character, the Chinese characters. And therefore, in China, if you're a foreigner and you're living there, they actually will create a Chinese name for you for official businesses that goes onto your Incan or your chop. So I actually had a Chinese name.
Oh, very cool. I guess you know what it is.
Nice.
Chester Chin.
No,
Just that sounds good.
I
Number
can't
one
remember.
son.
I'd have to go look at I got the chop somewhere in here. It's a real pretty one too. Do you guys use chops down in Indonesia?
Chopsticks?
No, the Incon, the stamp
Oh,
for
no,
official
not
business.
really.
Use signature, everything's signature.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
signature.
The
Yeah.
British influence, yeah. Like here in Japan, everything I do is I have to use this little. They call it Incon. It's like a little chop.
So
Oh, yeah.
everything's stamped instead of signed?
Yep.
Huh.
Yep. Although I do sign a lot of things because they just don't want to argue about it, so I just sign or initial things.
And they were like, that's fine.
Yeah, because my wife
He's
usually
clearly
carries
not
all of that
fine.
for banking and stuff. I don't really, or my
Mm,
secretary. I don't really interact with that
but
stuff very much. So if I am given a
why
piece
did
of
you
paper, I
have it?
usually just sign it like normal. It's good
I
enough.
guess that would make it easier though if you had a secretary, because they would just have to have a copy of your stamp.
Yep, it is. It is very convenient. Although for certain documents, I do need to put my initial or sign it for her to take it with her, and then they do the chopping at
Mm,
the bank.
interesting. Just some kind of a
Yeah, it
suggestion
depends.
that it has been signed.
If my wife isn't busy with something, she'll just take care of all of it with her or the
Mm,
secretary or both together. It's just when my wife's busy doing something else that I have to interact.
right.
Or
I guess so.
she'll bring something to me and ask, "Is this all okay?" And I look at it for a second. I say, "Mm-hmm," and I give it. And
Mm-hmm. You know she did her job good.
yeah, my wife is the one who takes care of that stuff. I don't pay attention.
Oh, she does.
Chester knows who the boss is.
Yeah.
She,
I just make the
I get it.
money, Eric.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just okay. Yep.
Especially over here, because when it comes to like money and stuff, the women pretty much handle all that in Japan. So
It's like that too in Indonesia.
yeah, Yeah, why not? They're the ones that spend it.
Or is it Asian thing or?
Maybe. But I mean, it makes sense
Running the
though, because the
household.
women are the one that spend it, and our women over here in the Orient are not, like a lot of Western women. Not all, but a lot, where they can be trusted with money.
They
They're
run
better with men too than men are.
They can be, I guess. It
Yeah.
depends. But yeah, it's just the culture over here. Women take care of the house, which includes the money and the family, and the men build everything else. It's very
Yep.
simple.
When
It's not like
my
that
wife
in
and I started
America, right?
dating,
No, no. Yeah, go ahead, Eric.
when my wife and I started dating, I was surprised she didn't have any hobbies. I said, "You don't have any hobbies?" No hobbies. Then as time went on, I realized what her hobby was. It is
Coupons,
shopping. It's
shopping,
shopping.
shopping. Yeah, my
Shopping is
wife.
the hobby. Yeah.
That happens to be my wife's hobby too. Who knew?
Mm.
Spending money.
Well, dude, you do realize that statistically, 80% of all money on this planet is in the hands of women. 80% of it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I believe that.
That's fine.
yeah, why not? I mean, it's okay. Women are the ones that spend it anyway. I mean, Eric, how often do you spend money?
Oh, well, I spend stuff on myself because I do 3D printing and I comic book stuff. And I buy some toys, but she pays all the bills.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I
She
never
does.
spend money either.
Yeah, we I'll go grocery shopping with her, but she's picking out what we're getting.
Sure.
Unless I want some cookies. But no,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
she
yeah.
spends. I mean, yeah, she spends the money, takes care of the
Yep.
financials.
It's more convenient that way. Now I know there's a lot of
Yeah.
dudes in America that take command of that because they can't trust their women not to overspend. It is an American issue. I don't know about Europe. Do you have that trouble in the Netherlands, Bonesart? Are women irresponsible with money in general?
I mean, people in general. I'd say.
Ah, I see.
Um,
I see. Yeah, and I think it's really an American issue, though. You
like,
know,
I don't know, like, in international speaking, how we are. We might be one of the more frugal people in Europe,
I
but
feel you are. I feel you are. Yeah. Um, yeah. But it is a problem. Now, it's not all women, obviously. But it is
Oh
kind of
no, no.
no, it's not.
Hashtag.
It's an American thing. I don't know what it is and why so many girls just burn money like crazy. But yeah, it's weird. Yeah. I'm going through the art and looking at all this stuff, and it's pretty cool. What we're looking at here. Elrod's dropped in too, and he's working on some stuff. I'm going to go when I come back. I'm going to go take a look at the page again, and take a look at the trailer and some of the other things, and go through it with Bones Art. But whilst I'm gone to go get myself some more coffee, Bones Art, why don't you tell us more about the premise of your game, and maybe a little bit of how it came to be.
um, so the premise of the world is that it's an alternate 19th century in which anomalies called rifts are appearing all over the globe that cause an influx of all kinds of technological innovations, but also alien threats.
Oh, no.
And that is kind of the entire premise of the entire series. Now, what's interesting to note here is that is inspired by my book series, The Association of Ishtar. So there is plenty of lore and stories to dive into for inspiration. And the game itself is well made to be a bit of a light tabletop RPG, but with a lot of possibilities. And the rules are kind of inspired for that reason more by board game rules than by RPG rules, which results in a very accessible game in our experience. Like people who have no experience with role-playing games, with a capable game master, can get into it like in half an hour. And game masters enjoy it because it's pretty simple to explain to people how it all works, and the way how challenges are handled is very easy, and we do not have a lot of bonuses in this game, so what you roll is what you roll. We basically removed all the crunch. So yeah, it's a very quick system. That's very good to game master. Then we also have the fortune card system, which is kind of like a card system you can use during combat, which kind of like adds, well, not necessarily random elements to it, but a fortune card gives both boons to the players, but also boons to the game master. So, but yeah, it's briefly explained. I actually have some new videos on my channel that explain how the fortune system works. But yeah, for by reviewers, it's the most liked element probably about our system. So we also have some card sets that are available.
No. Sorry. Sorry.
That you can.
What?
No,
I think he does.
not cards.
Let's see.
How long did it take you to
Well,
develop the game?
we started early last year.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, right now we were gonna have like a game master book that's about just over 200 pages. Then we've got a player guide, which is kind of like the core book, but kind of like a bridge. So it does not have any of the lore, doesn't have any of the complex gaming systems. Um, we have a lore book called Rising Tide, which talks about the history of Europe, mostly from the perspective of the Dutch Royal Commonwealth. Excuse me. And yeah, then we also
Boring
have a short
yourself.
story bundle called the Nightwatch Compendium, which also has some short stories and some rules. If you want to base adventures based on those short stories. Then let's see what else I got. We also have miniatures for 3D printing for the people who have 3D printers. Those are also available without the books as rewards. It's got over 20 models now, I think.
Nice.
Where did you get the model? Were those sculpted
So
by
you can
someone?
get.
Do you have it from his modeling?
Sorry?
Oh, who's the artist for the models? Did Johan do those too, or were you able to resource them from somewhere else?
Well, they're based on Johan's work.
It's not me.
So I basically make a sketch. I ask Johan to draw it, and then I pass that drawing on to a 3D artist, Simon Studios. He's described as a member of the team down below the page.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Very cool.
And you can also get some art by Johan, especially made for you, like an avatar or a full body drawing. We also have a
Oh, that's
coloring
cool.
book. And yeah, we are about to reach our third stretch goal at 9,000 euros. And that's going to be a very special STL for a articulated snake drone. To the readers, better known as C33. It's going to be a nice collectible. So, yeah.
That sounds exciting.
And
Is the snake drone used in the game?
Sorry?
I'm sorry. Is the figure used in the game the snake drone, or is
You
it?
can well this particular collectible. I mean, if you maybe print it small enough. But no, it's more of a reference to the first novel called The Wrench in the Machine, where that particular drone plays a role. Johan actually has a homage to it in his own comic, in a dream sequence.
Oh, cool.
So it's yeah, it also appears in Jacka Mechanic, which is Johan's comic. Um,
Yeah, it's a reference.
Nice.
yeah.
Now, is it like a character? Like C3PO has a personality, or is it like a style of drone? Kind of.
It's an antagonist.
Oh, okay. So it's like a person in the story, but a robot. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, no, the drones are well, they're mass manufactured in the story,
Oh,
but
okay.
they are part of a conspiracy, shall we say?
Okay.
And for that, we've got 2 short story bundles.
Mhm.
One of which is Associate 321's Notebook, and that's where the history of C-33 is explained.
Huh.
And all the novels are also available as
Oh, that's a good
as
idea.
add-ons.
Well, that's good.
Oh, we actually got some people who got the entire collection.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, nice. So they just want the background for the story?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people just buy buy role-playing games, not necessarily because as collectibles. Yeah.
Right.
They might read them once, think, "Oh, these are awesome rules," and then never play them. But,
They just love the games. I can appreciate that. Like we
yeah.
all love to be able to play things, but only so many hours in a day. But this sounds like this is a fast game to pick up, which is great if you know
Yeah,
anyone.
yeah. It's I mean, we can do a lot in 2-hour playing sessions because we do not have like the endless dice rolling that things like Dungeons and Dragons can have, and also not like the countless the constant calculations. So it really helps. And yeah, we also got some larger STLs, including Chevaudan from the which is a robot from the Casket Girls series, because you can also play the Casket Girls. For those who still remember those.
Nice. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So they're also in the game. You can basically create whatever kind of character you want. We do not have a class system. Instead, we have a perk system. Which basically means we've got, from the top of my head, we've got 11 skills. And for every point you invest in those skills, you get to pick a perk, which can either be a professional field or combat ability.
Interesting.
And so you can like create journalists. You can create entire non-combat inspired characters. Like currently, we are trying a campaign on our own Discord that takes place in Africa, and there my primary skill is the leadership skill.
And that
So,
works even without the combat?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is not like dungeon crawling like D&D. This is far more focused on actual role playing. So having or the current 2 characters that we have are very light on combat skills.
Huh.
So
That's pretty
one of my primary things was like finding particular predators and getting the hell out of Dodge on my horse.
There you go.
Yeah,
They can't
in the
call.
next session we want to do kind of like a big combat with support weapons as they're classified in this game, which kind of do area of effect damage. Yeah, like most enemies only have 1 hit point. So you can dispatch many enemies in this game, which I really enjoy, instead of having, firing at a creature with a machine gun and then, you broke his nail.
It dodged again.
So yeah. But yeah, as for the characters, I mean, the characters are kind of like glass cannons as well.
Mm. So fast, but kind of devastating. Now, can you level your characters, or do you feel like that makes it too complicated?
Yeah. You basically what we kind of like do is very simply you are awarded skill points you can use to buy perks. And you have a certain amount of perks. You may increase your stats, which are expressed in dice. So you have like D6 might, for example, or D4 agility, or D10 intellect.
Oh. So it's just which dice you roll is determined by how much you invest
Yeah,
in a particular.
that's your stat. Yeah. So it's very easy to see like what everything does instead of like having abstract numbers, which could literally mean anything.
More dice the merrier. Well, I guess you just trade one dice up though. It's not like you'd have a 4
Yeah,
and then
you rank your dice up as you level up. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So if you have a D12 in something, how good are you at it in that game? Like,
Well, you always roll 2 dice. So one is the trade die. That's the D12 in this case. And the other one is the boon die. And the boon die is always a D6. And then you have a target number. And the target number is at average like 5. And essentially how the system works, instead of like adding numbers to your die roll, let's say you roll a 5, that will always be a 5. Instead, the skills and tools and such, they increase or decrease the target number. So let's say the default target number is 5, but the GM says, well, but it's also like bad weather or there's a lot of noise, so I'm gonna penalize you by increasing the target number to 7.
okay.
And then you roll. If you roll a 7 or higher, you succeed. If not, you fail. If you roll double 1, you have a debacle, which is a critical failure. However, if you roll a 12 on a d12, you surge. Also on the boon die. If you roll a 6 on a d6, you surge, and you may roll again and add that to the total result. So we've got an exploding die mechanic, for those who know what that means.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
great. I
also
like
always,
that. I love
yeah,
that.
yeah. So yeah. But the benefit for the game masters in the system is they always have full control over the challenge that players have to roll. And they don't have to worry about, oh, but I get like plus 15 on this because of reasons. So that's kind of like the idea behind it. What makes it very easy to game master.
That's cool. Yeah, I love exploding dice.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you roll double the TN, so let's say the TN is 6 and you roll 12, you do you get a critical success essentially. So which means either an extra point of damage or you achieve your goal faster, things like that. Which is also kind of useful to bring up the so-called project system, which is personally my favorite element. Which allows you to very easily do long-term projects, be it building something or exploring a certain area or forging letters or any other extended task. You can use the project system to very easily kind of like roll results for that. And yeah, we've been using that far more than I thought we would. So.
Oh, that's awesome. When
And
something you're trying out turns out to be a really great feature. Like,
mhm. Yeah. Well, the idea behind the project system is that you kind of like set deadlines. So that's kind of like a challenge for the game master is to say, well, you've got like 6 hours to forge this letter, or you've got a week to complete, to prepare for this particular mission. Um,
Mm.
and the idea is that you kind of negotiate like how many blocks. That's kind of like the resource, which is essentially time.
Right.
You need to complete a certain project, and then you start rolling. You can like if you roll optimally, you can complete like what was it? I'll just say 50 blocks. Well, it's what is it again? It's 4 blocks an hour, so 8 times 4, so that's 24 blocks a day.
Mhm.
Um, and if you roll well, you will achieve the project, and nothing special will happen. But if you don't roll well, you may have too few blocks to complete your project, and you need to compensate with those for what we call botch jobs, which are ranked from small to severe. And they are basically malfunctions in either your blueprint design, in your constructed vehicle, in your chemical experiment, whatever. Um, so yeah, you can then kind of like decide. Well, the problem with my car is that I don't know, one wheel doesn't turn. So that's something that you now have to deal with.
Right.
So you can actually build malfunctioning vehicles, for instance.
Hmm.
So you have broken time into a rigid block system for the day.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like, well, he'll take. It's kind of like basically just guesswork, of course. But it's kind of
Fitting.
so okay. Well, you have like this project will take you 60 blocks to complete, and you
Right.
have to do it in this amount of days.
Right. No, I get you. No, that there's a game that came out here somewhat recently called Dolmen Wood, which has got quite a bit of popularity on the internet, and it does something similar with blocks, a little different, but a similar thing with blocks, which is interesting to have that kind of system in place. But it makes sense, right? Especially when
Yeah.
you're crafting or doing something
hmm
like that.
hmm
Yep. The
Yeah.
time
Well, I mean,
management.
like my idea is really that you kind of like feel you're doing something like in Ocean's 11, or
Hmm.
you actually prepare a mission instead of going in half cooked, and you actually can prepare, and then the GM can decide for himself, like, okay, well, you discover this or you discover that, or you find out this, like you find this secret entrance by scouting the enemy's facility, or you
Sure.
notice the
Oh.
the, the, the guard's patrol schedule, or you can come up with all kinds of factors that players can discover as they say, like, oh, while this character is designing a car, I'm going to scout out the enemy positions, or something like that. So if you're a scout, you can actually act like a
Yeah.
scout, instead of say, well, this character is now gonna build a car, so well, I cannot do anything because I'm a scout. um
Yeah, no,
I have many friends.
a lot of games have basically decentralized the idea of class these days, and you also have a a kind of moving away from dice mechanics into storytelling mechanics. That's
mhm,
quite the popular thing to do here for what 20 years, really. Um,
mhm,
and there's nothing wrong with that. I played because here on this channel on Tuesdays we play role playing games, tabletop, and
mhm,
there's a few of us who are run campaigns right now. Puffin is running a campaign in his own little world, his own mechanical system, and I try to run as many different types of systems as I can to introduce people to the different styles and mechanics that exist, right? And
Mhm.
so I think I played on this channel pretty much all of the old and new. Um, I I've done the cipher system, and I've done the what's that other one? Margaret Weiss system. What's that called? Whatever, Margaret Weiss system. And the only one I haven't really done is the Fate. But the Fate is really, really simplistic, though. It's a bit much. I kind of prefer the more a little bit more sophisticated. Now, you said yours was simplified. How much so?
Well, like I said, I reduced it kind of more to board game rules, systems that I know from board gaming. But we have a lot of options, so I actually had to like remove a lot of options from the core book because people thought it was too much.
Mhm.
But like I said, it's I mostly focused on making it as easy for the game master to determine the challenges without having to worry about like bonuses that the players might get because the players don't get bonuses.
I see.
Um,
Well,
and
where would you
so you
grade
can.
it in all the various tabletop role playing games we have? Is it as simplistic as the index card system rules, or is it obviously it's not going to be as complicated as say something like some of the old D20 systems like third edition? Where would you throw it in there?
I guess at the low end of moderate. Um,
Okay, well, that's all right. So something like the Cipher system, or you said Savage Worlds.
yeah, it's Savage Worlds without the crunch.
I see. Okay, all right. So it's probably around Fate, somewhere between Fate and Cipher.
Something that sounds fair.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, if you want to come and do a one shot on the channel, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can ask one of our GMs to come over. Sure.
Yeah. I have a whole manner of actual role players over here, so you know.
Yeah, I can ask James if he wants to come over.
Cool. It'd be neat.
He also lives in your time zone, so that's probably also easier.
Oh yeah, no, that would definitely be easier. The Margaret Weiss one is the Cortex system. That's what I was trying to remember. And unfortunately, I don't know if it's unfortunate. There's a more streamlined version of the current iteration of the Cortex system is owned by someone else who bought it out because Margaret Weiss, of course, very famous lady, wrote a lot of books and did a lot of cool stuff. Very heavily involved with D&D and all kind of other stuff, Dragonlance and such. But she really just got pissed off at all of the nonsense stupidity, and she just noped out, unfortunately. Particularly, of course, modern stuff, we're getting a lot of this kind of nonsense, trying to force politics on people instead of just letting people do what they want to do. That could really irritated her. But I really think it began when Disney bought Marvel. Because Disney, well, Disney has a habit, right? That when they buy something, they basically fire everybody, shut everything down, shut it down. No matter what you're working on, shut it down. That's what Disney does. And she had just released a new, Cortex system-based Marvel superhero role-playing game, and it was beautiful. I own it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And she had a whole bunch of stuff ready to drop over the next few years, right? A whole bunch of stuff prepared. And of course, Disney came in and just shut it down. And she was pissed. So she took everything, and it was all in finished production, by the way. And she just dropped it on the internet for free.
Oh, I love her. That's amazing.
Yeah. And little by little, especially, we came into more of this kind of progressive thinking, and just putting politics and everything where it doesn't belong. It just pissed her off. It's a shame, because the person who ended up buying the Cortex system, and I would get the classic iteration, or her Marvel role playing system, which is the Cortex system, because the modern one is certainly more streamlined, everybody, but it's also very woke. Now, the good thing about a role playing game, that doesn't really matter, because you can create whatever adventure you want.
True.
But it is a shame, though, because I think she still had a good decade of work in her, or maybe even 15 years. And we
She's
lost.
still with us?
I don't think she's dead, but we're not going to see her come back. She just noped out. She's just pissed, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her
Yeah.
at all. But I mean, and of course, no one consults her for anything, just like they don't with Gygax's son, or before Arnson died, or any of the old dudes that created so many
George.
great things. They just don't want to involve them all because from their point of view, they're problematic.
No, and they don't want to pay them.
And
Yeah,
that may
that's
be
right.
that too.
The
But I mean,
biggest thing is they don't want to share, especially Disney. Disney doesn't do anything unless they own it outright.
yeah,
Mhm.
but well, look
And
what
if they
happened
don't
to
own
White
every
Wolf,
part of
and
it, they drop it and they bury it.
they do.
Yeah.
But I mean, look what happened with White Wolf. Look what happened with the Heroes Reborn, and what happened with the Hero System, and everything has been polluted, dude. Everything has been polluted for stupid reasons, and you have these legends that created the concept and put out some amazing work over decades, and they've just been shut out. Just like in comic books, all these writers and artists that just shut them out, right?
They get to die in poverty.
They
get that
do.
honor.
That honor of dying, the
Yeah,
starving artist
dying in
concept. Yeah,
poverty.
yeah. But for me, Margaret is one of the most tragic of that, though, dude. Because I mean, the influence of Margaret Weiss on
Mhm.
many things, but just role playing itself is kind of ridiculous, right? And just I don't know, it just kind of pisses me off.
So there were influential women in tabletop role play?
From way back, yeah. You would, yeah. I suppose that's I should say that. Oh, don't believe my lying eyes. All right. And of course, Tracy Hickman. You know,
Great storytellers and creators.
yeah. Plenty of comic book people. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Elf Quest, which was a great series.
Yeah, Wendy Penny.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. But yeah, there's been a lot of
that
women.
was a major influence on me, ElfQuest.
Yeah. ElfQuest was awesome, dude. But there's been a lot of women involved in comics and board games and role playing stuff. Of course, obviously. Yeah.
They just don't want to admit it.
But
They
she
don't want
is.
to take a minute credit.
No, it's really
Katja
weird.
Foglio.
Yeah. But I mean, Margaret and particularly her and Tracy, they teamed up for a lot of stuff. People don't know Tracy Hickman as well as they do Margaret, which is unfortunate. But if you ever heard of anything Dragonlance, whether it be a novel
Oh,
or a movie, a cartoon, role playing setting, that's her, right?
wow.
Pyramid Magazine, I'm pretty sure was her creation, wasn't it? I think it was.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a massive falling. The Dragonlance writers, I think, had a massive falling out with Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, no, they did because they screwed him over, dude. They screwed him over.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
And Dragonlance, those books kept it alive for years. Because more people knew the book than the game after a while.
Oh yeah, sure. That's true.
When the game, when it wasn't mainstream anymore, the books got huge, like in the 90s.
So it was a book after a game, not a game after a book?
Well, a lot of writers,
they kind of spun out of it. Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of D&D novels, with the D&D headline on it, but Dragonlance is like the main brand.
Oh no, absolutely,
Dragonlance
Greyhawk.
is, I think, the biggest.
And Dragonlance
And that's
got
the one, like,
realms.
you can go to a bookstore now and there'll be like a library's worth of Dragonlance books.
Yep. Oh no. And of course, she was in that wave of people like in the late 70s, early 80s, that were just ridiculously heavily influenced by Tolkien, right?
Mm.
Matter of fact, she's been referred to as the female Tolkien, by the way. But
Wow.
I do believe her first series I remember was from Bantam Books, I think, and it was that the Dark Sword and Deathgate trilogy and cycle. Um, Before I think she had like a Mag Force one. There was a whole bunch of stuff, dude. And of course, she worked with Larry Elmore a lot. I think she also
Mm.
was with Del Rey for quite a while. I mean, she's just done a ton of shit, man. I mean, it's not. I mean, Gary, Gygax is important for this conversation because, well, he and Dave Arnson basically created the concept that of how we do role playing these days. Because before that, it
Mhm.
was more of it went from kind of miniature wargaming to this kind of
Yeah.
pseudo D&D stuff into what we know today. And those guys did that. Now, they were prolific and they created a thing, but they stuck to their thing. Where someone like a Margaret Weiss, she was very eclectic, and of course prolific at the same time. So I don't know why I got on a Margaret Weiss thing, but it's just
The
stupid.
original rules were like based on the old military tabletop stuff, right?
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
one that like that Peter Cushing played
Yeah,
famously.
yeah. They were quite popular for quite a while. I mean,
Mhm.
but you started getting these like pseudo what do they call them? Brownstones? What was it? It's like brown something, brownstones, I think, which was most people consider the first tabletop role playing games, but they were it was more of a like an event game that you did like at a convention. But those
Oh,
guys took those concepts, put together their chainmail. It sold well,
okay.
and then
There
they
you go.
they came out with
Yeah,
their Dungeons and
chainmail rules.
Dragons. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
chainmail
it
rules.
was first called Chainmail, then they developed Blackmore, I think it was called.
Yep, that was Dave Arnson. Yeah,
Oh,
And then they came up with D&D.
yep, they did. Then they hired those two guys whose names I never remember, who carried the Mystara stuff on forever. D&D Basic, right? When he and Arnson and what was the other guy's name? The Forgotten Realms guy. Elmwood? No, not Elwood. Damn it.
Artist.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but like those original war games, or that if we grow our community big enough, that's something I would like to do with my series. Organize those original war games that you actually have arbiters who execute the orders.
Mhm.
Like the idea is that the generals they write down the orders, they pass them on to the arbiters. The arbiters then execute the orders. So if the orders are unclear, uh, yeah,
Yeah, well, that's what they used
you
to
is
are
that
do in
why it was
never.
those
called
original
mail? They
Brownstone
literally like
stuff. They did
mailed
like
the
that.
game
Yeah.
to each other. Did they literally like
Like,
mail the game? Like I did this, and you mail it to the other guy.
basically, yeah, basically,
So now the war game stuff did that too, where it's like, oh, I got a letter from Frank, and he made a move on that field, so
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna mail him my move.
Yeah. Well, I used
Yeah,
to
you
do
can
the
then
the
literally do
mud
it that
mail
way. Yeah.
muds. You guys never did muds like a mailing mud?
What is that?
I know of them, but I never played them.
Yeah. It's you mail back and forth to each other, and
Oh yeah,
I mean, that would have to be pretty cool. You could keep the letters like in a book. That would be neat.
yeah, and you
yeah.
could play for like a year or two, right? Because the
Oh,
mail
more?
system ain't exactly fast. Yeah.
Sure. But it would be like you would once or twice a month there would be a round, right? So
Once or twice a month.
For instance,
I
yeah.
felt like you'd
Yeah.
just be running down to your mailbox like 2 or 3 times a week. Like, is it again? Again, and write something
Sure.
out. And
Sure. Well, I mean, it was what we had at the time, and it was fun.
It does sound like fun.
It is fun. Yeah. I'm trying to search and because like my brain is forgetting what they called those original things. Just like you were talking about Bones Art, as far as the having a
Yeah, I
person
mean,
giving
there's like a
orders.
game called Clausewitz that's still being played. But the original, like the very first war game that was ever developed, is also still being played. I just forgot what it's called. It was not by H.G. Wells. It's older than him.
I remember what it is. It's not Brownstone. It's Braunstein. That was
Oh, that's a
close.
little different.
That was close. But
Yep.
that's what they were, and they were just like what Bones Art was talking about, where you would have people in charge of certain actions and things that could happen at the table, and they'd even have like multiple tables that you could kind of take your sheet with your character and run around and do different tasks and collect things. It was the inception of what we have today, right?
Oh, that's cool
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to play such a thing.
Yeah,
With the community.
Instead of orcs, you had Napoleon's army.
Yeah. I did a few things very similar, very Bronstenian when I was in the SCA, but it was far and few between, unfortunately. And the other D&D guy I was thinking about was Ed Greenwood. The cool thing about Greenwood, he's still around, and he is, and one of his I think it's like a nephew or something, right? Seems like a nephew who understands this modern technology stuff. Said, "Hey, uncle or grandpa, you kind of famous dude. You want to do like a podcast?" And grandpa was like, "What's that?" And then he said, "Well, you talk about your stuff. I could try." And go find the Ed Greenwood podcast. It's freaking awesome because the guy is just giving all the secrets of the original history of D&D, and it's really cool. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah, but he clearly has no idea what a camera is.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
He has no idea.
But he tells great stories, right?
Yeah, but I think it's like his nephew or his grandson or something like that is there talking with him, and clearly he's doing all the technical stuff. But just having Ed Greenwood, because he's the only one left, right? All the other guys are dead, right? It's just Ed, and but he's just a happy dude, and because everybody's dead, he's no longer feels responsible for keeping secrets.
Pardue is still alive.
Is he?
Yeah, Pardue is he's in movies all the time still. Tom Hanks. Pardue.
Tom Hanks.
He was the cleric, right? Yeah, the world's most famous role player, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Oh my!
You never saw Mazes and Monsters?
Yes, I've seen it.
Is
Thank
that the name
you.
of it?
Thank you.
He was Pardue. Pardue. Don't jump, but I'll grow wings. I have a spell.
So dumb. But it was all part of that stupid satanic panic nonsense, right?
That's the one that started it. Yeah. Some lady wrote that book, and it was like loosely based on things that happened, but they had nothing to do with a game.
Oh dear.
It was just kids at a college. Like the college had a bunch of tunnels underneath of it, like a lot of them do for like heating or whatever.
Yeah.
Steam tunnels.
Too much acid, I think.
Yeah, and some kid went down in those tunnels and got lost, and eventually they found him, but no one died or anything crazy. But it made the news, and then she turned it into a satanic panic book.
Yeah, and then of course Tipper Gore got her fangs into stuff. But yeah, it was all nonsense.
That happened with Vampire the Masquerade. That did happen.
What do you say?
There was an instance of some people who were way too much into Vampire the Masquerade who did such things.
Yeah, no, especially when the LARPing
Mm.
became a thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
A lot of them got into trouble because I actually went and tried a couple of those things just for fun. And from when I was in Hawaii and Waikiki at a whole bunch of bars and businesses, they had set up little kind of quest tokens. And you had these little cards, Mind's Eye Theater cards, and you could go and talk to the bartenders or the waitresses and get clues. And if you asked the right question or got the right clue, they give you a little stamp on your card, and you just kind of travel around, Waikiki and just kind of LARP.
Playing
And
your ocarina.
yeah,
Oh,
it
this
was
is
kind of fun
awesome.
though. It was kind of fun, dude.
Um,
But some people took it way too far and got way too serious. But also you got to keep in mind with White Wolf stuff, the World of Darkness. For some reason, I guess it's pretty obvious when you think about it. All the goth kids absolutely gravitated to that, obviously,
Mhm.
and of course the goth kids are now the insufferable Karens that want to tell you exactly how you should think and live. Those progressive people, that's where they're coming
They
from.
think we should all be goths.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the goth kids, dude. It's the goth kids.
Poor
Eric, could
Lauren.
you drop and come back in, please? You're not displaying.
Yeah, my computer shut down on me. My Photoshop's not
Oh,
working.
no.
I am going to reboot again.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so some of them got a little bit out of control. Yeah, that's true.
The goth kids did? And
Oh
then they
yeah.
just
Oh
screw up and
yeah.
told everybody how to live? Oh.
Oh no, there was a group that also committed murders and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had
Bunch of
that
horrible.
one in I forget which country in Europe was it. I don't think it was Germany. I think it was somewhere else. But you had those LARPer kids that were also like heavy metal heads, which I love heavy metal. And they had that whole. They even came out with a drama about that, where one of the kids killed like 3 or 4 of their LARPer group.
I think that probably inspired that one season of Stranger Things, the last couple seasons.
Oh right,
I
yeah.
mean,
So
The guy who's
Fart
playing
Flicker
the guy
Nick,
who's
no?
playing Human Torch in the new Fantastic Four. He played like a we were playing D&D, and yeah, the whole town was like trying to accuse him of murder or some shit, or another kid got killed or something, and they're blaming him for it. It's really like, yeah, the satanic panic stuff.
Yeah.
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 but people
Well, I
did
lived
kill
through
each
it,
other?
so I
I
remember.
mean, yee.
And our
People wouldn't
hero,
let Pepper worship the devil in peace.
they wouldn't. But our hero at that time, and I know Eric knows exactly what I'm talking about, was a band that was kind of okay. It's kind of weird. They're near Christian rock, although you would never know it by their name. But
Striper.
no, not Striper. No, Dean Schneider, Twisted Sister.
Oh yeah,
Twisted
Snyder. Yeah.
Sister?
Yeah. And he went and they thought, that Tipper Gore, what Senate committee or whatever it
Oh,
was.
that's right.
Yeah, he
They
gave them
testified
one. He
against
tore
him.
the
Is that
hell out of
Wasp?
them. It was great. Huh?
Is that Wasp?
No, it's Twisted Sister. Wasp is
Oh.
Blackie Lawless. I actually know him. I don't know the other guy. Now, Blackie is nowhere near a Christian. Not even close. I think he burns when he goes near churches, to be honest with you.
It's a skin condition.
Hmm.
Poor guy.
A lot of people don't know, but when Ozzy came over to America and he was doing all that tour stuff and he got in all that trouble, there's so much Ozzy trouble happened in America, not Britain, right? And a lot of that was instigated by Blackie Lawless, and people don't even know or mention his involvement, right? Yeah, Blackie was a bad influence on Ozzy.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, well,
I've heard of Ozzy, but I don't know the other fellow.
well, Ozzy liked to
Blackie
take.
never ate a bat on stage.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
He thought it was a rubber bat.
He did. He
He
did.
just told people to throw it.
Yeah. But
I just watched there was a recent documentary about Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, he
couple
was like very sick after that because he didn't know what was going on. Because people were throwing rubber bats, and then someone threw a real one, and he was
I mean, let's be fair.
a
He's not
month
Keith
in a
Richards.
hospital or something.
He doesn't have the cure to all diseases in his bloodstream. Let's be fair.
No,
But no, Dean Schneider is Twisted Sister. Maybe it's probably much more American for you, Bones Art. But there's a couple of people
you may remember them from Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
yeah. They look like, this super glam band, drag queens, like Kiss-esque, Alice Cooper type of look. And of course, Twisted Sister, what a name. But if you go listen to the lyrics, they're actually rather Christian in their message. Which was, and Tipper Gore put them on her list because all she did was read the name. Twisted Sister, that's just disgusting. And she didn't bother to look at the lyrics, and he tore her apart. But in American history, I say there are 3 moments in American history of people addressing Congress who are not politicians, right? Addressing Congress that all Americans either have heard of or directly know of. One of those is McCartney. No, what was the guy that did the Red Panic?
McCarthy.
Man,
McCarthy
McCarthy.
was a politician.
Was he a politician? Maybe
Yeah,
he was.
he was originally. He was appointed by Congress. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It was his stuff. No, well, everyone knows about him speaking though, and of course Walt Disney coming in and testifying. But
Walt Disney, yeah, he
yeah,
did testify.
yeah. So that's a pretty famous moment in congressional hearings. They have a lot of them, but we don't remember them. Another one, of course, was Mr. Rogers.
That was beautiful.
That was beautiful. That was because he's a beautiful human being. And the other was frickin' Dean Schneider, dude.
Howard Hughes. He put all in their place.
He did.
Thus Iron Man was born.
But to be fair, most Americans don't know about all. There's a lot you can mention. I do think didn't Charlie Chaplin speaking from the Congress once, even?
Maybe before he was defeated. Yeah.
Yeah, something. But yeah, no, it's Dean Schneider, man.
The first the first citizen to speak was Fanny Crosby, the hymn writer.
Really?
She's the reason we don't have slavery anymore, basically.
Wow.
Well, that would be the West
because they
Africa
wouldn't beat a tiny 70-year-old blind woman with a cane when she said it was wrong.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Actually, it would be the West Africa Squadron, who actually have a mention in my in the role-playing game.
West African what?
The West Africa Squadron.
Oh, you talk about the British. Yeah, the British are the ones that shut it down, really. He was talking about in America, particularly.
Well, it turned out during our research, because there are some people in my community who wanted to write like a lore book about the coastal provinces of the United States. Turns out there was also an American West Africa Squadron.
Oh, was there? Well, Jefferson sent, of course, Tripoli and the halls of Montezuma and all that stuff was a Muslim battle to deal with the troubles were happening with the Barbary pirates. So we did have some involvement like that. But I don't. Maybe you're speaking about something different that I'm not unaware of.
No, this is different. Yeah.
Okay.
This was specifically to partake in the barricade of Africa.
Oh, okay. And of course, you had we had, of course, Liberia was founded by American freed slaves, but there was already a bunch of motion going on with that. Maybe it was part of that.
No. I'm not sure what triggered the American West Africa Squadron. The British were already had a West Africa Squadron at the time. and basically the northern states also partook with like a couple of ships eventually. And the funny thing is that the guy who was a captain on one of those ships was also fighting for the South during the American Civil War.
Interesting.
Yeah, and
Well,
after that, after the Civil War, he also partook in the American Oyster Wars.
oh. Yeah, well,
And as a,
the British public was really pushing hard against slavery, and they were able to deal with
Mhm.
it and end it peacefully. And of course, they went about destroying all the Muslim, slave ships and stuff like that. But in America, there were people from day one who were standing against it, of course, and always protesting. But when we wrote our Constitution after the Declaration of War in 1776, in our Constitution, we forbade the buying of any more slaves into the country. But to appease the Southern Democrats who owned all the plantations, we let them keep the slaves they had, you see. So we did ban it in 1783, but we unfortunately let them keep it just to keep the Union together, right? And then the Civil War had, its beginnings had nothing at all to do with slavery. But a couple of years into it, Lincoln was like, well, if we free the slaves, they'll murder their masters and rape their women. That was his thinking.
Right off
Uh,
on the horses.
right, and of course, and then they would come and
Right
they
off
would
on the
be
horses.
useful soldiers for us. So that was where the Emancipation Proclamation came into play. And then, of course, that gave a lot of wind to the people who had been fighting for a long time to end slavery. And of course, the British already doing it. And then, boom, it brought us into, that situation. But yeah, I'd never heard of that, though. That is cool.
I
What do you?
got a little bit of the West Africa Squadron now on screen. I even had to make my own flag because I could not even find an example of that because there's so little attention for it.
Wow. So it's
But apparently, President Barack Obama got a splinter of one of the anti-slavery patrol ships.
did he? That's cool. So the
Yeah.
West African Squadron is a British flag placed into the upper left-hand corner of an English flag. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's essentially the British Navy flag.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. It's nice to talk to someone
But
who
yeah, I
actually
don't
pays
know if
attention
this
to
was the
history.
official. If they had their own separate flag, I could not find any information about that.
Mhm.
There's very little information online that's available,
Right.
unfortunately.
Well, I hadn't even heard of it. So, but it's good you did research for it because
Well,
normally
they
here.
fought. They were active for 60 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. Because I know
Yeah.
there was a lot of work to get that done, for sure. But
Yeah.
it is nice though because usually I'm over here when I'm dealing with it's either Philistines or Luddites. You see. So it's nice to have someone who knows something.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, this
Feel
was
insulted.
they were actually they're from they predate Napoleonic Wars.
Oh, really?
Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah, I think they were erected in like 1807 from the top of my head. And that's kind of like when they started operating off the African what is that, the West Coast,
And there was a lot of
stopping.
yeah, there was a lot of funky
Yeah.
things going on at that time too. We don't
Mhm.
so much of history is very blurry around that period.
Yeah, and let's see then. But yeah, I think they liberated over 100,000. No, I don't. I think they liberated at least. I forgot the numbers. But they liberated a lot of slaves from the ships.
Right. Yeah. No, I know it was a big operation. And there was a lot of work going on, and of course, unfortunately, a lot of the stuff in the Caribbean and of course going into Mesoamerica, which just kind of left and just fell into disarray and slave rebellions and all kind of bad stuff. That's where we get
Let me
Kamala
see here.
Harris from. Her family was a Jamaican slave owning family and
Oh yeah,
plantation
that's
owner.
right.
Yeah.
Her grandparents owned something like that.
Oh well, her ancestors, yeah. No, 100%. They were plantation owners and slave owners, which is really weird. But then again, if you think about the history of American history with slavery, it's all Democrat anyway.
Mhm.
I mean,
Old money.
yeah, old money.
Yeah.
They're the ones that put in Jim Crow. They're the ones that created the KKK.
Yeah.
They're the ones that created redlining. The ones that created welfare, which is the most devastating thing they've ever done. The same people who
What was the
created
early one? Dred
Planned
Scott.
Parenthood. Yeah, I mean and I
Dred
don't.
Scott, where you could capture a freed man and make him a slave.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Democrats,
Mhm.
and
They
it's
made
so,
kidnapping legal.
but it's so weird.
But
So go ahead.
I actually got the page in front of it. It's actually in the lore book. They captured 1,600 ships and liberated over 150,000 slaves.
Oh wow, awesome. Yep.
So that's in the lore book Rising Tide.
Very nice. Did his research. That's really cool. Yeah. But the strange thing for me though is these days, how many minorities, so-called minorities, vote for Democrats, even though every bad thing that's ever happened to them comes from the Democrats.
They just
It's,
don't know the history, I suppose.
I guess not. But then again, it is Democratic policy for a very long time to make sure that they're not properly educated.
Yeah. Try to keep people ignorant. You can control
is.
them that way.
Yeah, it is true.
It still is.
Yeah,
They
they
haven't
survived
changed.
by
They just
lying.
they
They haven't
just
changed at all.
changed the people they enslaved. Now it's people from south of the border.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, and of course, you think about a lot of these kind of horrible events. The Democrats still praise them, and people don't even know. Like Hillary Clinton, supposed to be it's her time. She deserved to win. She deserved it somehow. But yet, her hero and she's spoken several times in long soliloquy,
Yeah, it was
is
the Grand
Margaret.
Wizard of the KKK.
Well, yeah, but in Margaret Sanger, right? Absolute hardcore bigot. Her
Eugenist.
eugenist who wanted to murder the blacks. She's actually responsible for the death of more blacks than anyone else I know of in America.
Well, Ben and Jerry's with heart disease.
Well, okay, fine.
Too much
Ben and
ice
Jerry's
cream.
in Newport.
Oh, Newport. Oh my god.
Yeah. But it is really weird. It's just so bizarre. I don't. It's just illogical. I don't understand what's going on with that. I understand, white liberals and white guilt people, being on the Democrats. Sure, actual racists. Sure, I get it. But I just don't get the minorities, man. What are you doing?
I guess they don't believe in themselves.
I don't know what it is. It's just the war that the Democrats have put on them. They've won.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple.
I feel like a lot of people in this country are starting to wake up, though.
Oh yeah,
Like the
that is
mask
true.
is really slipping.
It is true. Yeah, and it's good. It took long enough, but it's about time.
Yeah.
The free flow of information, it's a dangerous thing.
Mm-hmm. For bad people.
Oh
But
yeah.
the truth will always come eventually.
Well, it can be bad for good people too, though.
Oh.
Sure. Propaganda is a very, very, very effective thing,
I suppose. But I think if you keep testing ideas, eventually the truth will come out.
Right, which is supposed to be the whole point, right?
Mhm.
But you're right, though.
Yeah.
Though I've definitely seen a shift, particularly amongst the Latinos and black men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Love to hear it.
of course, the big shock for me was it took the Latinos so long because they are rather rabidly Catholic,
Mm-hmm.
and the Democrats there's nothing Catholic about them. They're about as
What?
I
Catholic
think
as Pocahontas is Indian. That's still one of the
You're-
best zingers that Trump's ever done, though, dude. Come on.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, Pocahontas. That was genius, dude.
Ooh.
And she's still making noise and being stupid. I saw her the other day just trying to get Pete Hegseth, and he absolutely blazed her. Pete's pretty good at
Really?
speaking, dude. I didn't know he would be a good speaker. What was that?
It's a lifetime appointment, so she'll be doing it until she's dead.
Oh no, absolutely, yeah, in Massachusetts for sure. But I was a bit. I've been a little bit surprised by Pete Hegseth. I know why he was put in position, but he's actually a pretty good speaker, dude. He can stand his own in front of those jerks.
Well, that's good, right?
It is. It is good. Um, and of course, that GD Vance guy, he's dangerous for them. No, he's a really good speaker.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's done all
But anyway,
right.
we have been doing, of course, Nightwatch, the Association of Ishtar, tabletop role playing game, and we're going to stop. So, what you need to do, Bonesheart, is yell at them vociferously and mock their childhoods or something. Go ahead.
What?
yeah.
Well,
You got to tell them to stop, is what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Time's up.
I'm
Yeah,
just
well,
gonna-
and then is appearing on camera right now, and she's telling you to stop.
All right,
Oh,
you've
I
been
need to go.
told. Eleanor has told you.
Stella? Is that her name?
And when?
Oh,
Edwin.
Enwin. Okay,
Oh,
very good.
she's so cute.
That reminds me of, you know what that reminds me of, Eric? You remember
What?
the old Raggedy Ann dolls?
Nope. Sure don't.
You don't remember Raggedy Ann and Andy? Come on.
Oh God, yes, I had one.
Oh,
We
of
all
course you
had
do.
one, dude. And they were made not well, so the clothing and face features would fall off, and Grandma had to go and remake clothing for it and put a new face on it. You remember?
Yeah, put the eyes back on it because
Mhm.
they kept falling off.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
kind of
I-
traumatic.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
not
yeah, I do
scary at
recall that.
all.
Yeah. Mine was, of course, they quickly fell apart, but Grandma rebuilt it, and mine was modeled after Mr. Green Jeans.
Oh, well.
Mr. Green Jeans.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, Captain Kangaroo. And I called it the Grandpa doll, but I lost it because I was dating a girl and had like a chest of little things over her house, and we broke up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she took your doll?
Well,
Hmm.
it wasn't a good breakup.
You call the action figures.
Oh, action figure?
It had
a doll.
no, it had those kind of things in it. Yeah, those kind of childhood memory things. It was a small little chest. One of the ones you could put
Mm.
underneath the airplane seat. One of those type.
Did you have a hope chest?
I guess well, no, because there was no money or hope in it. It was just a collection of objects.
Hmm.
All right.
That's where
I
he
don't
kept
remember.
the symbols of all the states.
I had those. I had the cigar store Indian silks in there. Yeah, she was a psychopath.
Oh, I guess be glad that you got out with only
Now she
your
has all the
small
locks of hair that Nestor collected from his victims.
Yeah.
one.
But anyway, enough of that. Bones art, Johan, we're going to go over here and take a look at the art, if you don't mind. And we're going to start at Amaran's here. And he's got a lady here inside the mech pilot chair, I would say. And we have quite the view.
crotch level.
Yep.
Yes, it's rather focused on the crotch. But it's good though. It's actually really, really good. What do you think,
Yeah.
Boneside?
Codename Camel.
So it would be one of the casket girls.
I would say.
Codename Camel.
I mean, I like the style.
Yeah, it's actually it's different when he usually does. Actually,
Steampunkish.
yeah, it's got a glow to it. It's a little more artistic. Actually, he usually does pin-up style stuff. But I like it. It's really good. What do you think, Johan?
I like it.
You can't
It's
concentrate.
very. The lighting is different this
Yeah,
time.
it is, isn't it? It is different from him, but I like
Yeah.
it though.
More nuance. Yeah, it's very good.
It is very good.
It's pretty easy to do that
Yeah.
kind of coloring.
Yeah, but I just
Yeah.
your choice, and it. See, that right there was what you usually do. I like it. It's good.
Mhm.
But
I like it.
yeah, awesome. Well, if you like what Armoron has done, please vote for on the straw poll, which I'll drop after I'm done. I'm not like Jeff. Okay. Let's go over here and take next. We're going to go to Amy's. Okay, guys. Now Amy likes to do. Amy enjoys giving diabetes to people. So here we have another Raggedy Ann doll and a die, which is a nice combination. What does the doll represent for you, Amy?
She's the little doll in the game. The comic series. How did
The Coffin
was it?
Girl. The Coffin Girls, right?
Oh no, the little doll that he just put up at the intro and the closing.
Yeah, Enwin has her own book as
Oh,
well.
and, oh yeah, okay.
That's right.
Enwin, yes.
So I
She,
thought it would be fun to try and draw like a rag doll, like throwing some dice like really hard. So I just gave her this really exaggerated arms, feet flying around all over the place, and she did pretty good, I think. There they go. So it was fun.
yeah, no, it's very cute. And what is the what is the name of that? Is this an evil doll?
I don't.
Enwin?
Yes.
No, Enwin is a sweet doll. However, she's also a double agent.
Oh, I see. Because I was wondering if it was a bit like Annabelle.
No, not like Annabelle.
Oh, okay. Because in the
Enwin
movie,
is sweet, but
well, because in the movie, Annabelle is kind of like one of those porcelain head dolls. But in reality, the real Annabelle was a Raggedy Ann doll.
Raggedy Ann.
yeah.
Oh, there was a real one.
But like we actually have an idea for like another card set. Actually, that's a stretch goal. I don't think we're gonna reach that, but would be great where the players can have a special fortune card set that have this kind of like an Enwin theme. It's called the Dolly set, in which the players be able to have their own little versions of Enwin.
That's cool. That's very cool. What do you think, Johan?
It's very cute. I
It
like
is
the
super cute.
style.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It
And I
really.
think Amy could illustrate a children's book someday.
Yeah, no, we all think
Aw.
so. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But she definitely has the
With this style,
raggedy
yeah.
effect going on.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I like the hand,
Yeah,
the hands, the big toes, the big hands, the big fingers.
yes. The
Yep.
button
It's very
eyes.
cute.
Yeah,
Tiny fingers.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
Very
to try
cool.
and get the overall arc of the motion right for throwing die. Like she's trying it really hard, but her follow through isn't quite right because she's a rag doll. I'm like, this is kind of fun, but took a few sketches to get a pose that I
Yeah,
thought
perfect.
sort of felt right. It was fun though.
Yeah, she's thrown the dice. Yes.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
very good. If you guys like what Amy's done, please vote for on the straw poll. All right, let's move over here and take a look at Eric's. Now, what has Eric done here?
Okay.
I've done an engineer.
An engineer. Is that like an artificer?
That's a big word. I don't know what that means.
Artificer are kind of like army engineers.
I see. Okay.
The striped
I like
pants and
it though.
shirt.
It's really nice.
I wish my computer wouldn't have crashed on me. I was almost done coloring, and I had to almost start over.
Oh wow, that sucks. What do you think,
It's
Johan?
good.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's very good too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Any opinions, Bones Art?
Oh yeah, no, I really like it. It probably comes closest to my vision for AOI from what I've seen so far. So yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
cool.
It's
Awesome.
new character, I think. Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
And what's the name of
Yeah,
this
it's very
character
good.
again?
Oops.
Does
You would
this
have to ask Eric.
Oh, I see. So it's not a specific character. Looks good though. If you like what Eric's done, please vote for him in the straw poll.
Oh,
Now let's
that's
move
good.
over here to Honey or Melissa on the screen, and
Hi.
yep, we have a mech in motion here, about to tankalate something.
Yes. Yeah, that's gosh, wish I had kind of at least get some like a flash flash of like
Yeah,
gunpowder
sure.
and
A cannon
explosion on the
going off.
muzzle would have been nice, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Well, for
he's kind of doing a little skippy dance, but yes, it's fun. I'm glad for the challenge. I meant well, and I hope you like it.
well, 2 hours to do
um,
animation's a bit rough.
Oh,
What do you think, Bones Art?
Yeah, no, it's cute. Looks cute.
well, thank you.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
guess it is cute, yeah.
Johan?
Yeah, the same. I feel the same. It's very cute actually.
It is. So I'm going to
It's
war
running like
today.
that.
Yeah, that's the energy. That's definitely the energy.
Yeah, definitely.
Just
Okay,
have to
cool.
break.
Well, if you guys like what Honey has done, please vote for him in the straw poll. Let me go over here. I'll show Johan's after some of the stuff he was working on. Of course, we're not going to put him on the poll per se. But let me come over here and take a look at Elrod's stuff. Elrod, what'd you do today, man? I see an empty space. Oh,
I
that's
did a
true.
man in the suit.
You did. And that's a big mech suit. How big are the suits? Are they like this size? Is this accurate?
I mean, if it's a hazard suit, they're like 3 meters, maybe tops.
No, this one here.
Like they're kind of like deep sea diver suits on land. That's kind of like the idea of the environment suits.
No, I'd say this is much closer to like 15, 20 feet. So like
Yeah,
6,
something
7
like that.
meters.
Yeah. But I like this suit also.
It is
Yeah,
cool.
it's about 15.
Yeah, it looks great.
This looks great, yeah.
It does look great. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the character inside there too. It's neat.
it's so nice.
Cool.
Maybe
All
if you
right.
had more time, maybe the colors would be more detailed and it would be a very
Yeah, I would have
cool.
done the background and
Yeah.
stuff to make
And the
it pop out
background is more detailed.
Sure.
It would be awesome.
Well, he
Yeah.
came in late, so
This is also very good.
it is
The
good.
proportion and the
Very
stance.
Mobius-like.
Yeah. It's very cool. All right. If you guys like what Elrod has done, please vote for the straw poll. Let me go over and drop that straw poll for everybody. So let me see here. And I got to do this first here. So create the poll. Excellent. All right. Here we go. And there you go, guys. You can start voting. Please, choose your favorite, and I will come back to this shortly. All right. So first things first, let me come over here and just take a look at what Johan has been doing during the time here. We have this robot again, this automaton, I think is what you called it. And this one is particularly an ornery French one from the Napoleonic Wars, and he's French. Yeah. Sacre bleu.
Awesome.
Merde. Does he swear a lot?
Well, not in the short story.
I see, because French swear a lot. But then again, Americans swear a lot too. But to be fair, no one swears as harshly or as much as the Chinese, though. They own that.
Sure, sure.
No, they're brutal. The Chinese are rough, dude. But anyway, you working on some dog thing too? Where's that other picture you on?
Oh yeah, it's the hellhound.
Hellhound.
Oh,
Yep.
I
They
shouldn't say he's
also
cute,
appear in
Are they actual
in the
hellhounds
Cornwall
or are
book.
they something different?
Well, they're called
Let Winston
hellhounds.
explain.
Like a lot of the
Yeah.
aliens and anomalous creatures, also known as weird beasts, are often referred to after creatures from local folklore.
Sure.
So
Sure.
another creature is the Nachtkrab, which is from German folklore, and the
Right.
Ossert, which is from Dutch folklore. And we also have the Kludde, which is from Flemish folklore.
You want anything?
Interesting.
Would you
Interesting.
like anything? Something to eat,
Oh,
something to drink?
Oh
hold on a
wow, you
second.
guys went off mic and then
Would you like
came
anything to
really
eat
strong
or
on
drink?
mic. That was amazing.
I'll have a Coke, thank you.
Yeah, I'll have one too. Diet Coke for me though. I like it for the taste.
Or get Chester a whatchamacallit while
And
you're in there.
Oh, please.
and
Please.
then
Send me a box of them. And
and
then
And
but I heard you mention a few times aliens. So I guess we got a little bit of that going on here. Spoilers, I suppose.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Cool. All right. Let me go over here and first things first, let me I'll leave that like that. And let me bring this up over here. Very nice. And let me go and grab any draw-alongs we might have.
I want that hat that's in Thunder Rat's picture.
Okay, I need to see it.
It's cool.
That is cool hat. Yeah. Well, let me start with Thunderrat then. That is very now. You can look on my page and on my screen and see what I'm showing. What
Oh,
kind of
cool.
character is it? This that he has drawn. It is cool helmet.
This is well in as a miniature he's associate 212. He's one of the characters from the first novel. And I also actually made a costume of this that inspired this very design. But yeah, this is an associate of Ishtar in his field gear.
Oh,
Essentially.
okay. So it's an actual PC. Nice.
Yeah.
It's not Steampunk Condor Man.
No, but it could be. Or the Vulture. This is a better look at Elrod's. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
the detail is
Nice.
so much cleaner. Look at the dude inside. Look at the detail on that, guys. That's really nice.
So cool. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
It is cool. Alrighty. Well, let me go over here and whilst you guys are voting, let me go find the Twitters. Here it is.
You missed the one by dog.
Oh no, I didn't.
Dog.
I'm going to find that here momentarily. I always show Doug stuff on this side, guy. So I'll get to it in a second.
Okay.
But
It was more
first
exciting.
thing I do, the rule here, Bonesart, is on the Twitters, I try to find something cute, and then I will then I look at Doug's stuff. We have a tradition.
All right.
This King of New York, I think. Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Why are you building something shirtless, ma'am? That's not. You're trying to be like a man, I guess. All right, fine. Although I've worked on construction sites and I've done a lot of that kind of stuff many times in my life, and I never take my shirt off because it gets
That's how men
itchy.
get
Well,
cancer.
It gets itchy though.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
What?
Okay. Rice. Okay, that's not cute.
I don't
No,
know what you
definitely
think's
not
going to
cute.
happen.
This kid is running. Looks like a
Mhm.
catcher, maybe, or a soccer player. Saying, no, I'm going in here. I'm gonna hide in here because there's another kid coming to kick my butt. That's smart. That's smart. It's nice.
No, that worked. I mean, she's not going to give him a hard time.
Yeah. What's a puppy? It's a puppy. Oh, it's a puppy.
Oh, he's a good boy after all. Yay.
Okay. This could be a cute contender, Eric. Eric, are you paying attention?
I am.
Okay.
What is she doing?
It's a Chinese girl doing a TikTok, I think.
Oh
TikTok
yeah,
dance?
maybe the camera
Or a
is on the
Weibo.
other side.
It'll be Weibo. Do you guys use Weibo in Indonesia, or are you guys just TikTok and Line, stuff like that?
Oh no, we TikTok mainly.
I see. Yeah. Okay, it's kind of cute. It's a little bit cute. No Doge. Okay. Okay. Still looking for cute stuff here. Oh, this famous video. This is an old video, dude. This absolutely insane woman, pure insanity. Ooh, I don't think that's cute.
Ooh.
No, that's not cute at all.
No, that's dead.
Yeah, it is. Is this an American? The submariners are out having a nice day swimming in the ocean. Sweet. At least they can swim, which is not traditionally true. You know, a lot of Navy men throughout history couldn't swim. You know.
Really? But
Yeah, it's
if
weird.
you're out with the water all the time, I figure you'd have to swim.
Shark, I'll make sure you can't swim.
That's handy, huh?
Okay, that's a great idea.
That's a great idea. Yeah, you're right. It's not cute though. Okay. Don't think that's going to be cute. Russians. Wow, look how low he was, dude.
Oh, wow.
Real low.
Mhm.
Okay, we got dancing in a plane. This could be a candidate. Hold on a second. Nope,
Mhm.
no, protesters. Don't know what you're doing, sir. Sir, that's not how that works, sir. Okay. You know, I'm having it's become harder and harder to find cute stuff. You know that, right? What's wrong with the world?
There's like cute cat videos
Man,
on
you
the
should-
internet that are hard to
you-
find.
You should follow the cat videos.
I don't
Yeah,
follow
right?
anything at all. I don't know where any of this
Puppy,
stuff comes from.
cat.
What are you
Cat
doing,
videos.
crazy person? What are you
Send
people
me one of your
doing?
cool cat videos.
Yeah, I don't know. All this stuff just comes from, you know, but I can do, let me see. What should be cute? Last time we did pandas. What should I do, Eric? What should I type in? I
The most
trust you.
poisonous
puppy.
animal on earth, the sugar glider.
Mercat.
Huh? Say it again, Eric.
I said a mercat.
They live in manors.
That's true.
They're fancy.
Oh, I think that
It's a
cat's in
cat.
trouble. He looks like a mafia boss.
Aw.
Aw, that's cute. Little baby meerkats, or pups as they call them.
Oh,
You're not a
I don't know
meerkat.
that. No,
You're not a meerkat either.
You're just a meerkat,
You're a goat. Okay.
not a meerkat.
aw, that's a normal cat, but also cute.
Okay, that's kind of cute.
The ghost and Mrs. Meerkat.
All right, there we go. There it is. That's the one. You win.
Looks more like a mongoose than ate a cobra egg.
Yeah, right? Right? Perfect timing. Excuse me.
Smoke another one.
Yeah, it always fixes it. Why is this not? I guess I got to go back. Oh yeah, that's interesting.
You got to put the hashtag in there. There you go.
Yeah. Alrighty. So let me come over here and take a look, see what Doug did today. So he's got. Did he probably put some writing up here? No, he didn't. He just kind of threw it out. What would this be? Bones art.
Oh, it looks so cool.
Like, where can I see it?
You can look on my Discord square.
Or just streaming.
Where is your Discord? Oh, wait, there.
From book one, the novel.
Ah,
It's amazing.
what
Oh,
character?
your screen is not loading for me.
Well, it looks like a leprechaun.
That's Doug's piece.
He's got a
It's
magical
Is that the
shillelagh.
same image that he also posted in Draw Along?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Associate 321, who's also a character from The Wrench in the Machine.
Say that again.
And his miniature is also for sale on the Kickstarter page.
What's the name again?
Associate 321.
Associate 321. I see. So they're giving numbers, not code names. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Let's go see what music Doug has attached to it today. Let's see. Very nice. Running free, baby. That's cute. Awesome. Thank you very much, Doug. That's awesome, dude. Alrighty. Well, let me come over here and let me get voting myself. So, gotta go grab it real quick. Here we go. And there we go. All right. So let's see here. Nightwatch, the Association of Ishtar. I got 5 choices today. I tried to be steampunky and simple. Maybe I was successful. I don't know. I got 5 choices. First one here is the Retrofuturist Armoron. It's kind of steampunky, don't you think?
Retrofuturistic.
Yep. Retrofuturistic. Yes. We have Hex Tech by Amy because she's always trying to put a hex on everybody and give them diabetes.
Hex Tech.
Yep. We have Gaslighting Eric.
Cause it's like gas powered, like
No, well,
those
it's a bit of a double entendre, but not really. Mainly, I'm just he's always trying to lie to me. You see. Okay. Of course, number 4 here, I have Clockwork Honey. I just thought that went to weather well. I didn't spell it right though, but you know, just thought
Got to be invited.
I just thought those two
Fine.
went together, and they're very steampunky.
It
You know.
sounds cool, Clockwork Honey.
Yeah, but Elrod, I had to give him a little bit of props, and he deserves a little more shine. So I called him the Neo-Victorian Elrod.
Ooh.
Yes,
Think that is my glam rock name.
it should be. I am the Neo-Victorian. Bow before me. Yes, absolutely. So how am I going to vote? I got to put these things in order. And let's see. Amron wins. Yeah. Amy's was really good though. Eric's was really good. Hmm. Yep. I'm not even gonna touch it. I'm just gonna leave it.
All right.
Just like that.
Elrod gets 0 points. Yep. So do it. Poor Elrod.
Oh wow. I didn't help at all. Nice. That's usual, by the way, Bonesheart. My vote is
Just
usually
solidified my victory.
useless.
That's
I
it.
did. Well, wow, yours was really
Checks
good.
in the mail, Chester. Don't worry. Checks will be in the mail.
No,
Check
you're
will be in
welcome.
the mail.
You're welcome, sir. Amy's was super cute. Of course, they're all great. But yeah, Eric's getting bitch slapped today. Oh well.
Hey.
Oh well, more
No
votes
need
came
for
in. There's still a lot of people who haven't voted. Please go vote, guys, including the artists. We should have a lot more votes in here. Please go vote. But whilst you guys vote, I'll come back to this in a second. Let me go over here and take a look at the trailer. I guess the first question I have to ask Bonus Art, which I ask everybody, am I gonna like your trailer?
Yes.
Oh, see now
It's a double wide.
that's how you answer. You hear that, Eric? That's what you do.
Greetings
do it.
and welcome to an alternate 19th century, a time when anomalies called rifts are appearing across the globe. Gateways to other worlds, some of which are feral, but others
that's
are
nice.
home
Look at
to
that.
lost civilizations whose mechanical marvels remain.
You got a good artist there,
This
Bones
caused
Art.
an influx of technological innovations, but
Oh,
also
picture.
alien threats who seek to plunge the world into peril. The
No, your
Association
art
of
is
Ishtar
perfect
is
for what
the
he's
first
doing,
line
dude.
of defense, observing the invaders and their collaborators from the shadows, like an eternal Nightwatch. Explore other worlds, or dive into an alternate past in which futuristic technologies clashes with the uncanny. Nightwatch is a fast-paced light tabletop RPG set in the Association of Ishtar universe by Sponsored Vocal. It's an easy-to-learn skill check system. Its fortune cards allow players to bring combat environments to life. Play as whatever you like, a Mac pilot, a racketeer selling trophies and technology to the highest bidder. Protect the world or embrace the change. It is up to you in Nightwatch. Coming this May to Kickstarter.
All right. All righty. Very good. Well, let me redo that. Well, it is a bit long, but not really. I liked it. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Now on the different Kickstarters, like I'm assuming you, well, I don't know. Does Kickstarter in the Netherlands, is it all in Dutch, or is Kickstarter only an English site?
I think there are Dutch language Kickstarters, yes.
I see. Well, I meant Kickstarter itself because, for instance, this is a Japanese one because I'm in Japan and it's all in English. There's no Japanese here at all. But yeah, I liked it. It was pretty good. It was good. It's better than a lot of ones I've seen. And it was to the point. And this is for an RPG, so a little bit more long-winded, I think, is good. And of course, we do have other stuff here for us to look at. A couple of things. We have Association of Ishtar. This is some little story bit, I would assume.
Let's see. I don't know what you're
大事な
looking
も
at
の
at
は
the moment.
人によっ
so-
て違う。
You're,
いろんな
that,
仕事があって。
yeah, yes. Loud. Okay. Yeah, this is a bit of a story bit. You got here the Association of Ishtar, House Steampunk India, something or another. And then we have Nightwatch, a new take on steampunks.
Oh, is that a game reviewer?
Imagine a world.
That's him.
Full of
there are a
holes.
bunch of game reviews, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Having that stuff in the body is great, dude. And of course, we have some books that people can get. We have miniatures, which I love, which are always good for games. You got two main books here, right? You got the core book, and you have what are the two
player
main
guide,
books?
yeah.
The player guide. Okay, cool. Now, are you planning on a Monster Manual or Dungeon Master or anything like that? Or
Well, it depends on how many people are going to get it.
I see. So they're stretch goals. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart.
That too. On the current campaign, no dedicated monster manual. No.
Yeah, well, you could come out with it later, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
these miniatures look great. Who did that design for you, dude?
Well, I mean, the 3D miniatures themselves are by Siemens Studios. He is
Okay.
mentioned in the team segment.
So stretch goals we have here: EU something goal reached. Okay. Bookmark, 1-page adventure. Nice. Next coming, which you'll get here very shortly. Snake Drone STL. What is that?
A 3D printable snake drone.
Oh, okay.
Articulated.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh, I
So
see.
yeah,
You,
that's
you
at
got
9,000. So yeah, please get those pledges in. We're nearly there.
you are nearly there. I think you'll definitely hit that. You might even get the next two. Um,
Would be
who-
nice.
yeah, who knows? These kind of campaigns, their real busiest time is like the last couple of days, right?
Hmm
So,
Maybe
Yeah,
they'll
like the
finally
first couple
come.
of days and the last couple of days. Yeah.
and you got different types of stretch goals beyond just money, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good, man. I
Yeah.
like it. It's a good looking page. It's got everything you need, and of course, obviously, people are enjoying it because it is making money. So, excellent, guys. Go check it out
Yeah.
if you like RPG stuff. Give it a try. What kind of price are we looking at here? Let me see. So you get
I mean, the cheapest one is like around 30 euros, I think.
yeah, which is $30, about the same. And that's a digital version, which is plenty. You get a printed version for about the same price. Nice. Ooh, we got sets too. Yeah, that's neat. Go check it out, guys. Definitely. And I'll come back over here and show the page again for your final elevator pitch, which we'll do here momentarily. But first things first, let's come over here and let's see what everybody's up to. Okay. Armoron, hi.
Well, if we can do the elevator pitch first, because I would like to go
Oh,
back
sure,
to
sure,
bed.
sure. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I hope you'll support it. Again, we're already closing into our next stretch goal. We've got some beautiful books in the work, all with beautiful interior and, of course, art by Johan Alexander as well. And we're also working on a board game set in the same universe with a German company as well. And we also have our Discord where people can play test. If you are looking for people to play this with or try it out with, you are welcome to join our Discord.
Very nice. All right, thank you.
So yeah, please pledge today. The sooner we reach our goals, the more people will support it near the end. So
Absolutely, that's
If
true.
you
But
want,
definitely go check it out, guys. And of course, for today, thank you very much, Honey, Eric, Armoron, Elrod, and Amy. But we have a tie. Elrod and Amy have come to the top. The cream has risen, and they have a tie. So they're gonna have to split the prizes.
And the
Congratulations!
claps.
Claps for everybody.
We
Claps
each
for
get
everybody.
one peanut butter cup.
You do. You can share one.
We have to
That's a
share the
good
split.
prize. But
it's the new peanut butter cups with jelly in them.
yeah,
try.
Ugh,
no.
she can have both.
I got one with gooey chocolate,
Ooh.
peanut butter cups with gooey chocolate, and they're the giant peanut butter cups too.
You have peanut butter cups in Australia? I don't have them here. Anyway,
They're counterclockwise.
Yeah, we got the
but we have 'em.
Reese's. We got all the Reese's stuff. Yeah.
thank you very much, Bones Art and Johan, guys, for coming in and sharing this with us. We do appreciate it, guys. Like I said, if your game master wants to come and do a one-off here on our show, which we do on Tuesdays, we'd love to have him.
I'll ask James if he can do that for you.
Excellent. But we'll definitely let you go, Bones Art. Thank you, and good luck to you, dude.
Yep.
Yeah,
And if
thank you.
anybody has
And
you're
thanks
welcome.
for having me. And thanks for the arts, everyone.
yes, of course. You have a good night. Okay?
Congratulations.
Cool.
Good night.
Later, dude.
Make some rest and
All
feel
right.
better.
Now, back to what I was doing. Armoron, hi. How you doing?
All right.
So, how's life? Any fires,
So far.
floods, natural disaster of any kind?
No,
No,
nothing to note. Nah.
no. My wife and I were watching some of those cop cam things and the absolute animals that are on them. One of them came up and it was just dash cams from Australia. You have a lot of angry
Yep.
people in Australia, dude. A lot of angry
Yeah. A lot of people like to just break the law constantly.
Yeah, but just like getting angry, wanting to murder each other in their cars. I mean, it's pretty bad, dude.
It's because they got rid of guns. Now they have to use their cars and pipes to do it.
Fair enough.
And machetes.
And
They want to ban
machetes.
machetes from Bunnings.
Well, you know, Britain's down to the point where they're banning butter knives. So
They don't realize like you can just make a knife out of any common piece of metal. Like you can just sharpen one edge, and there you go. You got a
Not
knife,
even.
or you got
Yeah.
a machete.
I mean, you can even do plastic, just melt it into a point,
You could,
Mhm.
like
or
they do
just
in prison with the deodorant stick things.
that's right. Or as John Wick has taught us, a pencil.
Oh yeah, pencils are deadly.
They
That
are
was like
deadly,
one of the. That's what spies used to use in World War II, right? Or pencils and pens to stab people with.
Yeah, no, it worked. Yeah, it's brutal. But nevertheless, I'm glad you're not dead.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a car?
Mhm. Nah.
Oh, good. Well, then you're safe.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I
Protect
don't
the
want a car
pencils.
because it's like other idiots on the road. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like I said, I saw a couple of those videos and I was like, damn, it's pretty bad. But then
So
again,
it's
we
not
have,
just the spiders and invaders.
well, yeah, but in America we have a lot of the ghettos that are running around and crashing cars and doing dumbass shit.
Four wheelers is the thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true. The it is amazing.
Now the big thing in DC is ATVs.
ATVs, really? Yeah. Well, I do notice
Yeah,
that
it's
the
big in DC. They just maraud into town, like 50 of them at a time, go down the streets and then
oh
vanish
really?
before the cops can get there.
Oh yeah,
And they
no.
can't chase them because they're on like motorcycles and four wheelers. Like
And
police cars can't go there.
even if they did, most of the states in America, the laws are so lax, they're going to get a slap on the hand, like a fine or something, dude.
Oh,
They don't.
DC doesn't. Yeah, DC doesn't prosecute anything
No, hardly.
horrible.
Many of these places don't.
Like they might actually go to prison forever because they're doing like mischief. But if you murder somebody, they could care less.
Yeah, no, it's weird. But I did notice that a difference between the ghettos, though. The black ladies never shut up, ever. The stamina, they can go for hours and they don't, there's like no room for you to get a single word in. They just speak a constant stream. The white lady ghettos scream a lot. A lot. And the Latino ghettos ladies are scary quiet. I've
When you
noticed.
get them mad.
Well, no, I'm talking about in these like police cam things, right?
Oh. Where is our
They just give
Latino? He didn't get deported, did he?
Who?
Al. Where's Alan? I haven't seen him in weeks.
No, him.
He's renewing his ticket.
He's got a project going on, right? He might get picked up
Yeah.
by ICE. You never know.
That's what I was wondering. He was
Well,
out doing some rioting.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't know. Those things, those things are entertaining though because they're just freaking animals, dude. They're animals. It's ridiculous, dude. And the other one I like, which is very specifically black, not like the ghetto stuff. But it's I love watching the videos where black people watch non-black people's music and are shocked that non-black people can actually sing. I love
some of
those
the stuff
videos.
they have never heard. You gotta
Right.
be kidding me.
It's
How
like,
did you never hear
you know,
that?
Oh, where they pretend they've never heard popular songs that they probably own. Yeah.
Yeah, that some of it's probably fake, but some of it seems legit. But especially when it comes to like funk and soul and blues, you do realize most of the performers of those genre are white people, right? Not black people. But it's no mean spirited at all. It's actually quite lively and happy and joyful. It's a good thing. But it's just funny because it's like you're kidding, right? I mean, come on. I mean, there's plenty of great black singers and entertainers, of course. But it's like, man, the world is a big place, dude.
Yeah. Try listening to some different music. You'll really enjoy it, especially if you want to
Yeah,
be a
and they
musician.
do, and they do. To be fair, they do. But
they
it's
do.
just,
Yeah.
it's just funny. Like Johan, who's the number one pop singer in Indonesia right now? They love pop music down there, by the way.
Do they?
Oh yeah, they do. Who's the number one right now?
Wow.
You think?
Wow, I don't know actually. I
You
don't
don't watch it?
follow the
Yeah, you must see someone
Probably
on the
Steve
TV
Instagram.
and
Bob,
stuff, though,
Wait,
right?
wait, wait.
the Spice
I don't
Girls.
watch TVs anymore. Who is it? Yeah, let me check.
Here in Japan, it's a lady who thinks she's the most amazing singer, and she's really not. She's either flat or sharp, but she dresses like a black African woman constantly. I'm like, all right. Her name is Misha. She's the big one
Yeah, I
over here
think it's
right
a
now.
local artist.
I know you have them. You guys, pop music is huge in Indonesia.
Does she dance well?
No, no, she can't. She's just like this
Oh,
Yeah,
fake soul
it's
singer.
something. Anggu. I don't know. It's from the band called 420.
And Pretty Girl, probably.
It's a local band. No. It's 420. I think it's
Bunch of boys.
led by a male vocalist.
Yeah.
But it's featured by there is uh, a female artist with the vocals, but
Right.
not usually in the band.
Yeah. Well, over here in
Mango.
Asia, you get a lot of Backstreet Boys or the female version of the Backstreet Boys. That's the thing. Girl bands and boy bands. It's the thing over here. But anyway, cool. Let me continue on here. Hi, Eric. How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah. So what are we looking at for points?
Point. Man, you would ask right after I close that. Hold on. Oh wait, I posted in the general. Let me hop over to the general. So we've got. Can I bring that? Can I bring that down here? Yeah, I'll bring it down here. Boom.
Ooh, Eric is winning, and Amy is dominating. Alan hasn't been here in a while, and he's still cranking. Amron's picked up a few spots. Elrod's up there. Melissa, Mr. Motion, Two Banana Mike, of course. Johan picked up some points a little bit. You got to come back so you can win, Johan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I have 13
It's
points.
You have 13
quite
points,
early
yes?
in here.
I think you should give me 35 points, so I'm just above Rabbit, because that makes sense.
No, I can't do that. Rabbit was going to try this week. He really wanted to, but he just couldn't.
yeah, I know Rabbit's got some kids over the next couple of weeks, but I hope he can make it.
Oh, well, he'll come when he can. And what are we looking at next week? Oh,
We are doing the tick.
That's a
Yeah.
special
Oh my
one.
gosh.
The Tick.
Oh,
That's very nice.
This is exciting.
He is heroic. I definitely want to see the Tick standing atop his donut shop, please.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Do you know who the Tick is, Johan?
I know the comic, but I don't know the story.
Yeah.
It's
Never
It's
read
a
it, but
it's a
of course
comedy
no, I
comic.
know.
It's comedy.
It is. It's a very funny book.
Yeah. There are some adaptations in TV, in live action, and
Sure,
the
there they
animated
are.
as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
There's two live
That's
action.
right.
The cartoon was great. The comic was great from New England Comics. And they had two live actions, the original live action and the new one. They're both pretty good. But I'm still leaning on the first one. That guy was just perfect.
Oh, Patrick
Oh,
Gilbert.
Putty from Seinfeld, yeah.
Yeah. He was so good. Although the second one, the remake was pretty good though.
It's a good show, yeah.
Yeah, it is a good show. It's
It
just
as it got the really good is when it got canceled. That's the sad part.
right.
Usually that's how it goes.
As
Once
it
they
goes.
fixed his costume to look good, they canceled the show.
Ah.
But I still give an edge to the first one though, just because of that guy. He's so exactly as it should be. Yeah, it's great fun.
Putty.
Yeah, if you haven't seen any of them, Johan, I'd suggest find it on YouTube. Watch a couple episodes of any of the media. It's a fun character. I think you'd enjoy it. But anyway, all right, we're doing that next
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
Very, very nice. So let me go over here and see what everybody else is doing. Let's see here. Elrod, you have a tick at hand. That's pretty nice.
Yes,
What? I need to see.
a
Spoon!
wild blue yonder of justice.
Ah,
So good, dude.
I got it just before they sold out.
Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah, no, the tick is invulnerable and immortal, I guess. But he's also
Nigh invulnerable, whatever that
nine
means.
points.
nigh invulnerable. That's right. And he's an idiot in the most wondrous way.
Because
And
he's pure and good.
he
Like
is
he's
pure. He
the
is pure.
goodest of good.
He really needs Arthur. He really, really needs Arthur. A
Dot.
lot.
Arthur and Dot. They need Dot's car to get around.
That's right.
Arthur's sister.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, no, it's so
Arthur's
good,
sister,
dude. It's
Dot.
so great.
The
It's
station wagon of
yeah.
Dots.
But it's all another thing that's great about it is the tick is so American.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
It is beautifully American.
Uh-huh.
So girls, what's up?
Huh. I am. I'm kind of actually sort of awake. I guess the coffee's still hanging in there, so all right.
Nice.
Well, I think I saw Alpha in the audience earlier, and Darl and Lady and Dragon. So, hi to everybody. Thanks for coming by and
Hello.
hanging out. And yeah, we're just keep on keeping on, right?
Oh yeah.
Thanks for
Absolutely.
voting.
I just finished the playtester.
Oh, you did? Did you get that last thing worked out?
I got the last thing worked out. We have a playtester.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Because
I'm
that was ridiculous. What were you doing embedding that into the checkbox? I don't know.
I'm much more interested in your pizza adventures.
Pizza.
Ooh,
Pizza.
I don't blame you. Pizza's pretty. Actually, we just had a
Pizza's pretty
pizza
good.
like this afternoon, like before the show
Ooh,
at
that's
Domino's.
that's
It's
new
cat-
American lingo I've never heard before. A pizza.
It's a
Nice.
specialty pizza that has like it's like all of the meats. It's got like
Oh,
sausage, pepperoni, and beef,
Yeah, we
and
call it a
like
meat
ham.
lovers.
It's
Yeah, that's
yeah,
just the meat lovers.
I think Pizza Hut might still call it that.
No, I'm forever now saying pizza. No, absolutely.
it's a pizza.
It is a meat pizza.
Oh,
It's perfect.
it's a meat cute.
It's fun and it's really good. I like the pizzas square cut. So the pizzas, I mean the ones the crust on the corner are kind of like then kind of like
Oh, those are the
little
Polish ones.
the Polish ones. I don't know about that.
Neapolitan.
I never heard of Polish pizza. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
that's an old guy joke. You don't get it. It's all right.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
That's how all of
But-
our pizza in St. Louis
That way,
is cut in
sometimes I don't feel
squares.
like eating
Yeah,
very
very
much. So
Polish.
get a small.
Neapolitan, right? Or Sicilian.
We have St. Louis style.
Of course you do.
It's pretty cool.
Everything is St. Louis style or Kansas City.
It's like an art.
If you're not from here, you would hate it. That's what everybody is. Yeah, they just can't stand it.
Really? Do you like it?
Why is it
Does
different?
I love it. It's a like a cracker thin crust, sweeter sauce, but the
Oh.
cheese is provolone. It's Provel or provolone. I can't remember which one it is.
Provolone?
But it's that cheese is specific to St. Louis, and it gets stuck on your teeth, but it is so good.
Yeah.
Only a
Well,
squeeze of all provolone.
Where is the pizza in America that's like really thick, bready crust? It's very thick. It's like your bread.
Little Caesars.
Chicago?
Yeah.
No, Chicago is basically a casserole. It's the original,
Okay.
It's a
Italian.
pie.
It's a pie. It's not pizza at all. Pizza was created in New York by Italians, immigrants. But
They do the same, right?
but you know what I mean.
New York
There's-
is like
It's almost like a bread pizza. It's very
the
thick.
thicker
Pizza
crust
Hut?
is like East Coast, but further
Well, no,
down.
they're square. They don't have any
Oh,
toasted
like Little
edges.
Caesars pizzas?
Oh,
I
that's
don't-
what they had where I grew up. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a square, very thick crust, lots of cheese,
Yeah. I always hated those.
one piece of pepperoni. You were lucky if you got it.
Yeah, because that's what we got at school lunches. They sucked.
Oh.
Oh, I
So it's
love school
basically just.
pizza.
No, we didn't have
I
good
remember
pizza.
those.
I liked
What was
roast
it?
beef and gravy potato day.
Roast beef and gravy
Sloppy
potato.
Joe Day was always good.
Sloppy Joe day is
Nice.
good, and I love the fact that
What's sloppy?
I could get coffee milk because you had to drink milk, right? You were required.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coffee
Ki-
milk? I didn't know
coffee.
about that.
We had normal
I didn't know
milk,
you could milk
coffee,
coffee.
chocolate, and strawberry.
Really? I
Yep.
figured you had to ask
Oh.
the lunch lady for some of her coffee in your milk.
No, we had coffee milk, and I loved it. But over
Wow.
here in Japan, of course, they have to drink milk too, because it is good for
Okay.
kids. But they just get plain old milk.
Like
Huh.
milk.
Yeah, it's so sad. But anyway,
Yeah, I remember
cool.
the chocolate being cost a little bit more, so I never got it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it depended on what school I was in, because a lot of schools I went to, I made my own lunch and brought it.
Oh,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah. My mother was not a morning person, nor was she an afternoon person.
So an
Or
evening person?
even liked her child person.
Not really. No, I get up every morning and I would drag my brother out of bed, literally, because he's not a morning person. I made him breakfast
Either.
and I made our lunches for school. Yep.
We're good, brother.
I
Well,
did
That's
that
good.
too.
yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of us did at that age, dude. Moms were in
Mm.
their martinis a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Mine was vodka and Jack Daniels.
Yeah. They had their little mojitos and various things going on, depending on the year. But anyway, enough of that. So let's move along. Who have I not talked to? Well, the main dude. Hey, Johan. What's up, dude?
Yeah, hello.
Hey, good to have you back,
Yeah,
Johan.
yeah.
It's our main
I'm
dude. Hi,
doing
Johan.
still.
The art looks great in
Yeah,
the book, dude. And I love the
Oh my
layout as
God,
well.
Johan. Yeah, you're killing it.
thank you. The layout is all Bones art.
Yeah, it looks good
Bones
though,
art
dude.
doing
It
the
looks
layout.
really good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I honestly would like to try it a one shot. We do that here. We literally do role playing games.
Yeah.
Um, although I personally like things that are a little bit more, involved, but we do simple ones too. So
You do the
awesome.
one shots if it's,
Yeah.
But actually never play any role playing games.
Well, you should come and try.
There's
Especially
no
one like that. It's so
but
simple. You
yeah,
might
but
like it.
I don't know. Maybe yeah, next Thursday, right?
Tuesday.
Maybe
Well,
I'll
our
play.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Our Wednesday.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's our Wednesday.
Yeah,
Although I don't know if they're going to
because
come on that
the
day.
mhm.
So we'll have to wait and see. But
Yeah, let's see. Let's see.
yeah, no, we'll just try to drop a line. It'd be nice if you came in for that particularly. But other than this project, what else you working on?
I'm still there will be a convention in my city
Mhm.
2 weeks
awesome.
from now, so I'm preparing for my Jaka the Mechanic issue 8 and 9 actually.
Wow, dude, you've
Wow.
been
Whoa,
banging it out, man.
man.
That's
It's
where he's
been
been.
finished since long
Johan.
ago. Actually, the
That
English
was
version has
awesome.
been finished. So I want to release the Indonesian version. So
Sure.
it's it's
How's it selling?
yeah, not bad actually for an indie project.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah,
So
Sure.
but it's
are
quite
comic
unique
books
actually.
growing in
Uh,
Indonesia, you feel?
yeah, the indie comics are growing,
That's excellent, dude.
Love to
That's
hear
good
it.
to hear.
and
Because they like manga down there,
yeah,
I'm sure, right?
yeah, they're mostly most are mangas. Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
so
That's good, dude.
but
That's good.
mhm.
Especially
Yeah,
a local
thank you very
artist,
much.
local creator. It's a good thing, dude.
Hmm.
Yes, sure.
Excellent. All right.
And yeah, and thank you for all the drawings you have made here.
Oh yeah,
They're
they're
so
great.
good.
They were really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your
And
favorite
there's such
today?
great
Pick a
characters
favorite.
in them.
Pick a favorite on the spot.
I I don't know. Maybe I haven't eaten breakfast today, so
Oh, excuses.
the
I haven't
the
eaten
most
either.
sugary. I'm tempted to the Amy.
Amy's was really good, but I'm going Omron, 100%. Yeah.
I know it's very cute.
Yeah, no, it
And
was really good. I
so
liked what he did today. It felt
Armoran,
right.
I like Armoran too.
Yeah, it's good.
He's
Everybody
close
gets right.
second. Yeah.
Well, fair enough. Amy's was super cute though. All right, guys. Well, thank you all very much. Next week we are doing the Tick, which is epic and awesome. So you better be here.
Mhm.
And of course, the one person who has to do, I want something epic from Doug next week.
Oh yeah,
I want
Doug.
something
Ooh.
epic.
Oh my god.
Because Tick is so perfect for him, dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Mhm.
Yeah. And there's so many different
Yeah.
characters. Of course, doing Tick or Arthur is easy, but there are so
Yeah.
many characters in Tick, man.
Oh,
Chairhead
Chairhead
Chippendale.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What was the
Or
bat
Chairface.
the Latino bat guy? What was his name?
Batman
Batman
Well.
Well.
Deflator Mouse.
Well, yes. Yeah.
Or
Oh,
Deflator
no, I'm thinking
Mouse
of
in
the
the
other one.
comic.
Right, right.
Or
Yeah.
are we talking Alcide?
No,
Seed was great. The
no.
sunflower. And Seed.
Bat
Yeah.
Batmanuel.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
sidekick
And
convention.
Pigleg.
Yeah.
Chairface.
Pigleg, the idea man.
Was it Lady Liberty? Was that one?
American Made and then
Yeah.
Lady
American
Liberty. Yeah,
Made.
they
Mm.
changed it for
Captain
the
Liberty.
cartoon. In the comics, it was like American Made.
Right, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cute, awesome stuff. I'll have to prepare ahead. Maybe the chainsaw vigilante. Yeah, dude. I mean, come on, Doug.
Yeah.
Was Pigleg the idea man?
I remember
They
the
called him
idea, man.
Pigleg because he had a pig leg.
The idea
And he
man.
hated pig. It was just a thing that he had a pig.
Oh yeah. Pigleg.
Oh, the deadly bulb. That was the deadly bulb.
Yeah,
The
he was the
idea
deadly
men
bulb.
had the blimp, and their motto was,
That's
and
right.
their big idea was, oh, I can go on about that.
And the Terror, who was like
The
the
Terror,
really
he was the
old.
big
Terror,
bad
the
guy.
oldest.
Yeah.
He was 100
Who was
years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
American
He
Made.
used to be huge, but then
And his
yeah.
sidekick was Joseph Stalin Jr.
Right.
Yeah.
Die Flandermus sewer
Come on,
unit.
Stalin was actually just a professor somewhere that the Terror was convinced was Stalin.
Right.
Yeah, he was just, his name was just Joe, and he worked
What
with
am I
Stalin.
doing here?
The Cape.
I love this movie.
I
Captain
knew I shouldn't have grown this
Academia.
mustache.
Fish Boy. The four-legged
Lost
man.
Prince.
He had the water wings.
Right. It's
Shadow Boy.
there's just so many character guys. I mean, it's
Oh my
ridiculous.
gosh.
But
And
nevertheless, awesome. Thank you all very much. We'll see you next time. And of course, I will be back Sunday for the Night Owl show. I was just in Tokyo, so I couldn't do it this week. Nevertheless, we'll see you then. So later, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Greeting, guys. God bless.
Bye.
Have fun.